Holy cow, man. I was just getting a earful of nerdism.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I'm learning.
It was so good.
Tanner was just talking about he went and watch Spider-Man. Did you? Was it like a midnight release?
Who's there? No. No, I watched it at 3:50.
So it came out yesterday?
Yeah,
like at noon or whatever?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
like
I don't know,
today
man.
is the official release day, but like I could have seen it at 3 p.m. yesterday.
Do they even do like midnight release? I knew that was like a thing when I was younger where I went what one I went and watched that was terrible. And why would they even do it for a midnight release? But it just goes to show you. I don't know if Generation Z realize the power of Jim Carrey. When Jim Carrey was the Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Humongous. The Mask. I mean, because nobody was doing what Jim Carrey was doing.
Yeah.
I kind of put it like it was probably like when Robin Williams came around in the 70s or 80s or whatever. When Robin Williams took over, people were like, look at this talent. It was me, myself, and Irene. They did a midnight showing for because Jim Carrey
was such a powerful draw at that moment.
Do you understand how big Jim Carrey was at that? It's like when we got to experience Eminem blow up.
Yeah, I loved Jim Carrey. Like I loved every movie he was in. I thought his was like he was top tier comedy.
I'm all done with that now, right?
Me too.
And
I think I grew out of Jim Carrey.
I like when he gets dramatic. I like when he played
23.
23, but there's also one where he had like this bit part, and it took me like 10 minutes to go, holy F. That's Jim Carrey, and he plays like a homeless guy out in the desert. And he's just part of a bigger movie that didn't focus on him. But anyway, so you're Raven, like I was with Power of the Dog. This is your Power of the Dog.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
pretty much.
Is it your favorite so far?
It's my favorite superhero movie.
Man,
out of all of them.
If you don't, and you already, I don't want to spoil anything that you've said, but do people know kind of about hang on, oh, really? I thought everybody knew that because I knew that, and I didn't even know that.
It is
I don't know
rumored.
Anything. Oh.
Never confirmed.
All right, I'm going to be careful on what I say then.
But so it had all the villains from past universes. So it had Willem Dafoe, Alfred. We know that. That's in the trailer.
Oh, it is. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Alfred Molina.
I don't know Alfred Molina. Who did he play?
Ock.
Oh yeah, I know the dude with all the mechanical arms or whatever.
Thomas Haydenson or That's Sam. What is it? It says Hayden Church.
No. Oh. Yeah, he's a really good actor.
He's Sam, man.
Okay. No, wait. Am I thinking?
I think he is a very good actor.
He's like a dramatic actor.
Yes.
Right?
And then Hayden Church.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. All right.
Yeah, he's in it. Kind of one of the. I mean, there's 5 villains. I can't spend a ton of time on all of them.
Yeah, I get that.
And then Raya's Ifas. I don't know.
Who do you
British
play?
Guy, Lizard. I think you'd know him if you saw him. It's this guy.
Oh yeah, I do know that. He kind of embodies. I mean, is that makeup or is that just him right now?
That's just him.
Oh.
Just a lizard man.
Yeah, dude. My Spider-Man's now. I was at such a weird age where it was really fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't young enough to really grasp onto it because I'm in my 20s. I'm at college parties, and you know what I mean. And it's
for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man,
the Tobey Maguire. I went and watched Tobey's, and I went, "Wow, that was fun." And I remember people saying, "I don't know who these people are, probably on the internet or whatever." Going, you're going to see a big turn in movies where they're only going to focus on superhero movies, and I was like, oh wow, really? So I was at that point, but I think I was getting my life going. I'm trying to focus on my career. I'm trying to make money for the family, but also I'm trying to drink a lot. You know what I mean?
And that really takes a priority.
It really does.
20s, it's like I just want to get drunk.
But so you were at that perfect age to grasp onto these.
12,
and that's why.
Or 11
Blondie
or 12,
or whatever, when we had her, she was kind of at she probably had a good age. She really liked them.
She was how old was she? She was 21 when she was here, but that was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, she was in middle school when Iron Man came out. When the first Iron Man came out, so she was like 13 years old.
Yeah, I was just at that weird. I feel like it skipped me just a tad. I understand him, I know him, but I don't see the big where I'm like super focused on him.
It's so hard now because even Tom Holland was saying in an interview.
Yeah, that guy's young.
Yeah,
I forget he probably
he's like 23. Like he's super young.
That's
like,
what I mean. Like he probably had trouble even.
Yeah,
like because he didn't go to the theater to watch Toby.
No, he was a baby.
Do you think he even
do you think
he respects?
Probably
because
he's still because he probably watched him later in life. But then again, his first Spider-Man experience was probably Andrew Garfield because those came out in like 2000 what 8.
You know, we give a lot of ass to Andrew Garfield, but I think he's a pretty good actor.
I think he's a great actor.
He's in that he's on Netflix playing. People are talking all kinds of crazy awards with it or whatever.
The guy who made the musical Rent.
Yeah.
That's a funny story about how he got that part.
Yeah, because didn't he not even know how to dance or whatever?
Sing. So Lin-Manuel Miranda and him shared a massage therapist. And Lynn was like, I would really like to cast Andrew Garfield. And the massage therapist was like, he can sing really well. Like, he's really talented. And he was like, okay, well, when I do this, I'm going to cast him then. And then when Andrew came in, he was like, hey, can you sing? And he's like, no. He's like, you better learn because I've been talking you up to some director, to Lin-Manuel. So we went and spent a year on
singing lessons
so he could get ready for the role.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think that you can... Because I always thought it's either you have it or you don't. I didn't realize like I could learn how to do it. I probably could learn how to carry a note better.
I think you could learn how to technically sing.
Yeah,
like you could hit the notes, you could tell what the notes are, and you could do things.
Never be Adele.
But that doesn't mean that your voice is going to sound good.
Yeah,
like Gilbert Gottfried, like he could learn how to sing, but nobody wants to hear it.
Do you know that Rent, that big play or whatever? I've never watched it.
Neither have I.
But the dude who he's playing, who Andrew Garfield's playing in it, like I think the guy who made Rent.
Yep.
He died before he saw it as popular as it is. So he never got to...
well, maybe I'll watch that movie now. I didn't know the dude was dead.
Yeah. Super dead.
Super dead?
Like yeah, well, he's
classic death, not coming back kind of thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well...
I mean, if Disney...
Yeah.
Is he really frozen, or is that just something we made up?
No, I really think that dude is. Because I would do it, too. If I had that much money, freeze my body right when I die.
Dude, did he even... He had so much money, but, like, it's nothing compared to the money that people have now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you probably look at his bank account, it's like $14,000.
Yeah.
But back in the day, dude,
that
could buy you land in Florida.
I could buy you all the land in Florida. He almost owns Florida.
No, that dude, Walt Disney, rumor is, I say that like I know, but I'm pretty sure because if you had that kind of money to freeze your body after you die, just in case you can unthaw it and bring you back, why not?
But like, how that's got to cost monthly?
Probably, yeah,
like a subscription base. And like, who do you get a hold to if the account gets declined and be like, hey, it's been declined, and if we have to thaw this dude out, like you're gonna have to come pick him up.
It's like Colton telling me about that, and maybe you were too, where you can get stem cells retracted from your baby right away, and then those stem cells are used later in life in case you need a kidney or in case you need new healthy cells, and it's like, and they take it and then they put it. It's like you pay monthly or you just pay a one-time fee and it's just stored there, your cells.
Yeah, that was not an option given to me.
Nor me. I don't know if that was around for your baby's time and your hospital just didn't even offer.
Baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting you got that new one.
Yeah, he doesn't do much yet that's notable, so it's like, why bring him up? You know what I mean? Like he smiles and that's about it.
Maybe that just hospital didn't
What do you mean didn't offer it?
Well, I mean,
Is it
maybe
not
it's
a
just,
thing?
I don't know.
I
Hey,
guess.
I was going to ask you, can you go to a doctor
I mean,
that is completely independent, no pharmaceutical, they don't sponsor anything to do with pharmaceuticals, and just believe in treating what they feel like needs to be treated? Do those doctors exist? Or are all of them sponsored?
A, I don't know. And B, if they do, they probably aren't accepted by insurance companies.
God, that should be so illegal.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that that's not.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
You know that we're like one of the only countries that advertise medicine?
I heard that. Like, I'll get online where it'll be like all these Australians or the British will find things that are weird about America when they move over here. And one of them, they can't believe all the advertising for medicine that comes on commercials.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know what medicine is out there. We go to our doctor and they prescribe us what is going to fix us. Like, we can't go in there and say, I want Sudaflipix. Like, but that's all because of the insurance and the fact that this insurance company is going to get paid by this pharmaceutical and they have deals to do that, and this doctor is also sponsored by this pharmaceutical company, so that's why you can go to a hospital that's in network but have a doctor that's out of network.
But those doctors, even if they're sponsored, they're going to recommend the right treatment and not just what they're sponsored, right?
So they're going to recommend the right treatment. The thing is that they might put you onto that name brand one instead of
the generic, or
instead
whatever.
of a generic, or maybe there's one that they're sponsored by that comes with just a few extra crappy side effects, and there's another one that doesn't have the same side effects, but they're going to put you on the one that they get paid by. Which, that's all public knowledge. I can't remember the website, but you can type in your doctor and see which pharmaceutical companies they get kickbacks from.
Just to see when you go on there and being like, I know why you're recommending that.
Yeah.
You dirtbag.
So you know that if they're recommending you, and there's been cases of them prescribing medicine that they didn't necessarily need to.
Is that just how you got to do it if you're a doctor? Is just what you got to do? You got to obey those laws, or can you, or like you said, maybe insurances don't? I
think
know.
Insurances would try to cut that out. Like, get rid of those doctors. Like, we're not going to cover you because we like the fact that we get to get money out of all aspects.
We need a real deal Patch Adams. Was that guy real? Was the character that Robin Williams played, was that a true guy?
I never watched that movie.
That's really good.
I'm sure I've seen bits and pieces, but once again, I was way too young to understand it.
Hey, all right. We're going to try to keep it on time today. More of us next. It is Jake and Tanner Show. crazy the world that we're living in, man. You know, my wife texts me at 5:30 and just is like, "Hey, you remember? We don't really remember it. Well, I mean, I guess I do. You probably don't. I mean, you probably, I guess, just the time when you left and you never talked to your family again for 8 hours, and then you went home. Like, there was no way that my wife should be like, hey." In 1985 or 1990 or whatever, you know what I mean?
When I worked at one of the factories that I worked at, you weren't allowed to have your phone ever. So it was like, hey, I'm going into work. I'll talk to you on my break.
1993.
And then like when I worked 4:30 to 3, I'd be like, hey, I'm going in. I'll talk to you at 9:15 when I get my break. And then I would text her at 9:15 for 10 minutes, and then I'd be like, okay, I'll text you at lunch.
Well, think about not even being able to text. When you didn't have the technology, you would leave, you'd maybe write a note. I remember my mom calling on the way just before she left work. Do you need me to pick up anything? Because I'm going to be home right around this time.
I remember my mom calling and having to like call the store if I needed to get a hold of her.
Yeah, we need to bring notes back. No more texting, only notes.
You want to pass notes to each other?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to just start, well, I mean, just for your wife and stuff. And be like, you didn't do it. Well, I left you a note.
And then you're going to ignore all text messages all day. Like, write me a note.
Dude, she texted and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm changing the sheets. I got to get going on some stuff. I'm like, my God. It's 5:30. Woman, you didn't get any coffee. Well, she's freaking out because Christmas is right around the corner.
It's so like 8 days away, man.
Well, you're right. And she's like, she wants to, clean the house.
Yep.
Getting her woman duties out of the way.
Yep, I get you.
And then she's like, well, I got to go into town and I got to do this and I got to do that. And here I am, and I'm like, dude. It's Christmas gifts wrapped themselves. You leave them down in the basement and you wake up and they're just done.
Wrapped.
It's like magic.
What are you talking about? The laundry, it goes in a basket and then it's folded on the bed. Like, what are you doing? No, my wife's just saying she can't just sit down and do anything and relax.
Well, mine can. She's really good at that, but just right now, it's getting to where she's feeling overwhelmed. And like on Saturday, she's like, "Will you come down and help me wrap?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So it was the white trashiest thing in the world. I bring down a little cooler because I didn't want to go back upstairs. And I see one of the beach chairs, the small beach chairs, that are really close to the ground. Yep. I set that down, and I set my cooler down, and I sit there. And I watch her. I didn't wrap a damn thing.
I was going to say, I've done the same thing.
But I told her, I gave her moral support. And then she kept, she'd bend over and her shirt would open up. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, just like this weird caveman pervert, getting off and watching my wife wrap gifts down in the dirty basement.
It is funny how different we are. At our core, we are the same.
Yeah, right?
Because every man has done that. I want to know if any husband or boyfriend has ever seen their wife bend over or in any direction and not either go, woo, or be like, is this happening? Or slap the butt or something. Sure. I went a day without slapping my wife's butt. She thought I was mad at her.
She cried.
She was like,
she called me. She goes, is he seeing someone?
She's like, is there something wrong with him? What is going on?
It happened yesterday, and
she me twice.
And she did some her womanly duties and got groceries.
Yep.
She came home and we were like bringing the groceries in, and she had to get something that was a little bit further into the van.
Yep.
Well, it's like she's asking for it.
You got to give. I like to do golf. Like, no, you're grabbing it wrong. I do that often.
Kidding. By the way, if you're a female and you're super mad right now, or a man, don't be. We're just new boo goofing here. But yeah, that's my extent on. I'm not really good at wrapping gifts because I don't take the time, because I find it a little pointless. I mean, of course, I want the kids to unwrap, but I don't like the time and the neatness. And
I'd rather do bags.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather have everything in bags.
And then you put one bag into the other bag into the other bag. And maybe you could even keep them from next year.
I asked Kayla, I was like, hey, so I got you things for Christmas. She's like, okay. I was like, do I got to wrap them all or should I just see if I can stuff things inside of things? So then,
just throw them all in one.
So then I
box.
only had to wrap one thing.
Did she want them each individual?
It was like, it would be nice if I got to open more than just one thing. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
All right, I was just checking. I was going to do that.
Yeah, I was just making sure we were all on the same page.
Yeah, this month is tough. I mean, it's not tough, but it's just so much money going. You know, every year we go overboard on the kids.
I don't even know why we try to set a budget.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
It's like, I'm just going to get them what I want to get them. And then
Amazon,
I'll deal with that consequence
Amazon
later.
Makes that harder because you just click buy one click and then you worry about like, oh, it's easy to go spend $300 last weekend on just kids gifts because you got to get this and they wanted this and it's like, wow, 3 clicks and that's all done. It's on the way.
Yep.
I mean, an amazing world that we live in. You don't have to go anywhere to Christmas shop anymore, but
I really like the feeling of walking through a store yet.
During Christmas
for
is
sure.
really fun. It's got that music playing, and you're in. It's kind of like going on vacation because you know you're going to spend. You're allowed to spend some money.
Yes,
and so it's got this weird feeling.
Yeah, you've already put it in your head. I'm spending X amount of dollars,
sure.
And now you're excited to spend it.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. Christmas is weird because normally you don't want to buy things for people, but during Christmas you enjoy doing that.
Oh, see, I always like to just buy random things for kids. I mean, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
When you just see something that you think your kid will like and you just be like, what is it, $10?
Sure.
Whatever, I'll just grab it. I guess I really don't, I don't like buying things for Kayla. But my wife's terrible at receiving gifts.
Oh, really?
Bad. I got her a blanket one year. I'll never forget this. This was probably 11 years ago, and I'll still never forget it. She was sick around Christmas, so she was miserable. It was like December 23rd or something like that.
Wait, how many years ago?
Like 10 or 11 years ago. And I was like, here, why don't you open up this present? And it was a really comfy blanket. Sure. And she was just like, who buys somebody a blanket for Christmas?
I would like a blanket.
That's what I said. I was like, it's really comfy though.
Yeah.
And she was like, but it's a blanket.
But I'm gonna mark that up too. She was a kid,
super sick.
Because I mean, how old is she now?
28. So she was like 17.
Yeah, you're still looking for more fun gifts.
Yeah.
You know what? A blanket's dope though now. I probably at 17 I wouldn't want a blanket, but now I'd love it.
Yeah, now she was like, I would kill for a really nice blanket right now. And I was like, that one was nice. I bring it up.
Oh, I would.
All the time.
Daily.
Be like, you made me cry.
This is why I'm on Searchling.
Yep. I tell her all the time. And that's what therapists say, is that you should blame your mental health on people.
I heard especially your wife. Yeah.
The people closest to you.
It's kind of what I think we might have the same book teaching as Ben Affleck's therapist had.
Yeah.
Blame the alcoholism on Jennifer Garner.
Yeah. Things just don't happen. People have to have caused it.
So I'm still mad. Dude, the amount of women that are jumping down Ben Affleck's throat because of what he said, and it's weird to me because he is just saying I was unhappy in the marriage and that's why I was drinking, but they're taking it as she's the one that made you drink.
No. Well, kinda. There was a whole situation. Like, I had an issue with alcohol a few years ago. I was drinking a ton of it all the time.
Speaking of which, we should start.
And I was thinking about it. Mm-hmm. I mean, there is something to say where it's like people have an influence on that. But it's in you.
Power of the dog.
But yes, sure.
Benedict Cumberbatch, the reason Kirsten Dunst was becoming an alcoholic because she hated him.
Yeah.
And the only way to deal with it was to get hammered.
And that's what happens when you don't go seek any sort of help or anything and you don't know what you're dealing with. You gravitate towards basically an over-the-counter antidepressant, but it really is a depressant.
It's disgusting to me. And I'm irritated. Just women jumping on. I feel like it's like the mommy group where they took something And then one person heard what they heard and put it up there and said, I hate these guys. Then another person said something. Then another person said, yeah, they rape women or some crap.
It gets an insane amount where it's like, I bet they also like kids. And it's like, dude.
Oh, just like the one woman that jumped on there and was like, yeah, I met him one time. And they didn't seem very warm. It's like, what?
Yeah,
what
does that have to do with anything? And also, they're strangers. They don't know you. You've seen them in movies. You can't, what? If I was to walk up just a random person in the mall today, and then I went, that person's such a jerk. Like, I came up to them and they wanted nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm a stranger to you.
It's kind of like Jerry Seinfeld when Kesha came up to him and was like, hey, hug? I want to hug. And he's like, no.
No, thanks.
No, thanks.
No, I'm good.
And then somebody asked Jerry and said, why didn't? And he's like, I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't want to hug her.
I don't need to.
Jerry's such a D-bag, dude.
Yeah, he's a real jerk. I don't like him, but at that moment when he was like, yeah, I don't want a hug from you, I gave him like all the respect in the world.
Text line about your alcoholism here. Did you seek professional help?
Yeah.
I find your alcoholism...
Mine was situational.
Yeah, because my dad was an alcoholic, and he didn't stop drinking. But he never seeked help. So
I don't believe in binge drinking alcoholics.
Okay, good, because I feel like that's what I am.
I don't believe in them.
But you believe in binge drinking.
I believe in binge drinking.
Do you think that's what I do?
Yeah, I think everybody has a tendency that they can do it.
Okay. Because if we're gonna do it, it's hard.
But it's you're not doing it
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, but like I wasn't either. Like I wasn't drinking during the week. But like I was my therapist was like, you're a binge drinking alcoholic, and that never sat well with me, but I went with it because I was like, well, I'm not a therapist. And it upset because there was other problems that made me want to drink.
Sure,
and that's what Ben is talking about. It's like,
right,
if I was still with her, I'd still be drinking
because I'm unhappy.
Because I was unhappy. There was XYZ going on, and I wasn't addressing those things. And it was like, well, when you drink, you become an a-hole. So just quit drinking. It's like, no, why don't we figure out why you're an a-hole?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
And that's what I did.
That works.
Like, you got to figure out what's making you a jerk and what's putting you in that place. Because when you're drunk, you become a different, like, your inhibitions go down and you become a different human being.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm there. If I get irritated sometimes if I drink too much, where like little things will irritate me, and then I'm like, I get weirdly too big for my boots. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know, I'm just an idiot. But the majority of the time, I really like people.
Yeah, when you drink, you are a social butterfly.
Right. Love talking, love laughing. And I think that this job has caused me to drink just a tad more since we started doing a lot more things with people. It's not that I don't like people, but I open up a lot more. That's weird. That's weird
easier.
Too. Yeah.
And that was the thing I was dealing with too. I was like, dude, I don't want to be by... Like, I was going through so much stuff that just trying to perform in front of people during our job was an issue. Like, because I was going to that Boots thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going out to I was like, I don't want to... Like, I feel like I have to perform. And I was dealing with so much crap at home that the last thing I wanted to do was perform. So I was like, well, I'll just drink, because you open up when you drink.
Hey, somebody said it's a tough choice this morning. Christmas music on 103 or Jake and Tanner. Hey, listen, we can go ahead and just play Christmas music as we're talking. It's going to be really jumbled up, but we can do it.
Yeah.
This is why next week does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
We don't need...
I wouldn't choose to listen to us next week.
We're not here next week. It's all replays. Just because... everybody is going to be in the Christmas mood. Nobody's listening to this morning show.
And if you're like, oh man, replays, I spent multiple days finding replays that we haven't played, or if we have played them, very little, and they're from years ago, and like they're from like everything from 2017 all the way up until like last week.
Yeah, so you're going to hear a lot of
There's
cool, fun
good
stuff.
Variety of stuff you maybe not have heard before.
It's funny. A lot of PDs hate that. they just dislike it so much. But you got to look at the man. TV shows do it all the time. You know, the talk show, the talkies do it.
Yeah, and you've seen it, and as people who sit in here during best of or replay shows, the phone lines light up the whole time.
There's just a lot of people that haven't heard it.
The text line is going off unless you're talking about something topical, which we never do.
No.
People think it's real. People think that's live. So sometimes I take phone calls because I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I just take them just to cement the fact that it is live.
Nah. All right. I was going to ask a question. And I'm like, I was just going to ask, because you said something. I'm like, man, should we ever open up and talk about how we got C blocked on our syndication?
Oof.
And I'm like, that's not.
That wound is still open?
Yeah, no, it still hurts a little bit.
That one still bleeds
because what you said is you go, we're never topical, and then I was like, also never local, and then I was like,
we're not really,
and no, not too much. And I remember going, and then that clicked in, like why we got such a C block on. We had a very big possibility to syndicate, and the hard part is getting your first station to syndicate. When you get that, then the ball starts rolling.
Yep,
and we got
just brick wall, just brick walled.
It saying that in a way where it was like almost, oh, you don't want this to happen.
It felt like a personal brick wall.
We need
not a professional brick wall.
We need this person, right? We need this person to say yeah. And it was like, oh, I see. Why don't you want this to happen? Because I thought everybody was on the same page.
Yeah, that's weird. I remember my favorite local break we've ever done was the turkey. And we were talking about, it was a turkey in Howard that was attacking people. And then we played the news story. And that's when we found out we were being local.
We're like,
wait a minute, we know, local!
Yeah, you'll hear us scream local every once in a while because, PDs, that's their thing. They got taught. You got to be local. That's how you win in ratings. And it's all BS.
Yeah.
I mean, local works, but you don't have to be so damn local. You just got to be somewhat conversational and entertaining, which we're still working on.
Well, like if we were to be in local, I could have talked about the other day there was a massive, like you remember all that fog?
Yeah.
So in my town, which is still technically the listening area, there was a dump truck driver smashed into a train that was going across the highway.
Holy cow.
20-car pileup because the fog was so bad.
Oh, dude, that's interesting. We could have talked about that.
Yeah, but also, the highway's still shut down. Who does that matter to in Oshkosh?
Yeah, you've always said that about local. Like you're local in here, but it does not matter in all the other cities that are listening.
Yeah, it's like, hey, there was this crazy thing happened on military.
Yeah,
and it's like, where's in Fond du Lac? They're like, where's military?
Well, it's just like Howard Stern when people were like, you got to be local. Syndication will never work. Howard goes, BS. Let me show you.
Yeah.
And if
it doesn't work, how does Friends happen in New York and you cared about it in Michigan?
Right. Yeah. Must be nice to have the whole week off. Hey, the whole week plus the following week. Get it right.
Yeah, it must be nice to have two whole weeks off. So
hey, we have vacation time. We save this all year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys even work? Hell yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, 9896, you said it right. Relatability is much more important than being local. But another thing that we don't do is we don't worry if we relate to someone. It could be bad. We just kind of just BS and we talk what we want to talk about. And I don't know if that hurts or that helps, but we sometimes, most of the time, are finding passion about it. But we definitely, we used to, because I learned to do that, where it's like, hey, you got to relate to this old of a woman. This is what
35-year-old woman is what we are always.
Don't be talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, you talk about this and that, and you got to relate. And now it's like if you come, you come. We talk.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I had a dream that I woke up yesterday. I'll tell you in a minute, and it was so real and terrifying.
Oh God, I love these.
Yeah,
I love the dreams that you carry with you for the whole next day.
Yeah, I remember it in detail.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk maybe a little bit about that. Also, somebody on the text line said something about Dave Ramsey, and I want to get into that. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. All right, hi, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. All right, we cracking one of these beers right now, or what?
Yeah, the Packerland Pilsner from Hinterland. They're not twist-offs.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Can you do that with your ring thing?
Yep.
We team up with Corks and Caps. We give you beer Friday, every Friday, and we kind of talk about the beers, and we're very honest with them that we've had garbage beers that we don't like. I'm sure that other people are going to like it, but I want you to know we're not just saying all of these beers are great.
Yeah, there are craft beers are for the individual.
Right.
Like they're made not for the public. That's why they only do like 10 barrels of beer.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting this, man, but I got to make mention. We just got another. Oh, by the way, this is Corks and Caps. Corks and Caps does this. But we just got another mention of a beer review. Somebody went into Lionsdale and ordered our beer.
Yeah.
And made a review on TikTok talking about how the Jake and Tanner beer is fantastic. And
they were really good.
They were like their morning show out of Appleton. And their beer is amazing, and it is really good. And you can get that, I think, all around here, all these places, and Corks and Caps, you can get it, and Lionsdale. Now, to me, I'm okay with that beer. I like that. But the best beer that I've ever had out of Lionsdale was that apple cider beer.
Oh,
that seltzer.
Their caramel apple seltzer.
Oh my God, that was so good.
It is really good.
It was really good.
It was insanely good. And I'm not a seltzer guy at all. Like, I'll be the first to say I think they're almost all garbage. Not theirs, because they actually use fruit.
Yep. Hey, if you're thinking too, if you don't know what to get your whoever in your life, Corks and Caps, these are great presents for like somebody, especially for someone like you, if you brought in just a mixture of craft beer.
Yeah. No, for real. Like, because you can go there and they have, if you're like, oh, but craft beers, they're so like, they're fine. Like, I don't know if I'm going to like them. They do build your own 6-packs. So they have all the craft beers individually, and you can make a 6-pack. So you can be like, oh, I'll take one of these, I do what I want, and I'll take one of these Packerland Pilsner, and I'll take one of those caramel apple things, and you can build a 6-pack, and then you can be like, oh, I really liked this one, not a huge fan of that one, then you can go buy more. It's really cool. Once you get into craft beer, it kind of becomes a personality trait and a hobby.
This one's good. You're right. This Hinterland Packerland Pilsner isn't as heavy as some of them they throw over here.
Yeah, every now and then they like to show us ones that even that light doesn't escape, which are really heavy and also fairly aggressive.
Hinterland is going to be there at Corks and Caps Friday, pouring samples. There you go. If you don't trust us, just go to Corks and Caps, which is over there in Greenville. And between 3 and 6, go pick up whatever beer you were going to get, and then you could try a sample of that. Have you ever met that Chris? Because he was at Lionsdale.
Yes.
I didn't realize, for some reason, I was like, why does somebody that owns a beer store this good looking?
It's upsetting.
Yeah.
I hate seeing people that are too attractive for the job they have.
I was like, I thought like you should have a beer belly. You should be you should be a little uglier. What is happening?
You should look wet.
Yeah.
But he didn't look wet.
I wanted him to I'm not going to shake his hand because he's probably germy. He probably just sneezed in it. He doesn't look like he sneezes in his hand.
Mm-mm.
Damn, man.
Man, I see. Maybe it's the pandemic. Or maybe it's just having kids now.
Yeah.
But when I see somebody literally sneeze into their hands, I never talk to them again.
Oh, yeah, you write them out of your life.
What are you doing? You write into your hands?
That's
Do
dumb.
the Dracula, go in here. Or let it fly. I'd rather you let it fly in a direction anywhere else. What are you doing with your hands? I'm going to go wash them right away. No, you're not.
Yeah,
we all know what that is.
This pandemic, I've never been I'm not the biggest fan of a handshaker.
Mm-hmm.
I never liked it. I used to Germex right away, and that would offend people.
I remember that.
But the pandemic to be honest, I'm really surprised that people still shake hands. Because it happens to me.
Yeah, there's especially up here, the pandemic, we kind of left it in 2020 up here.
Oh, the pandemic, it's all done.
So, shaking hands and doing all the things that were pre-COVID are almost back here.
Yeah, and there's some locations, and I'm sure way up north where you are, and there's spots like the doghouse that COVID never even happened. Dude, in in Wabaka, do you know they do that Flag Day parade there?
Yep.
They didn't do it. They were like, hey, we're not going to do it because too many people. The people said, screw that. And they did their own floats. They got their own tractors, and they did their own parade.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And this was smack dab pretty much in the middle of it.
Yeah, that was probably Flag Day 2021 or 2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah, it's like, well, this kind of goes right into what I want to say. That Tennessee's another place that it kind of never touched. Like, they had their own different, Texas is another one.
The more south you went.
Well, yeah, look at Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, he was kissing everybody.
He didn't even know COVID existed. He's like, what? I can't just make out with everyone?
Cav ID? I've never heard of this.
Well, in the Dave Ramsey salute, his castle over there in Tennessee, where you hear us talking about Dave Ramsey because I did his program. And whatever he does or says, his program still works. He is just a hard a Christian.
He's a hard person to like.
He's very he built this company. This company is big. It's the Dave Ramsey Solutions or whatever. And he is a radio guy, and he gives financial advice. He's very successful. Now, he has a lot of people underneath him working.
Yes.
There's a guy that's suing him now because this guy moved from like California to Tennessee like a year ago. And he's working as one of the video editors, does really good at his job. Ramsey just said, hey, everybody's coming back to the company. He's like, I have a newborn and my wife. I don't want to come back. I can do this job at home. They fire him due to the fact that he was being hard to work with. You know, you're not coming back to the company.
Yep.
He went on to the lawsuit. His lawyer was saying they used to make fun of me when I'd come in with a mask and belittle me when we were in meetings and stuff. Maybe, probably. Here's the thing, man. This is so eye-opening to me if this guy wins. Because if this guy wins on suing Dave, it is going to show you how much it makes me realize how much power we have and how much power they made you believe or they had.
Yes.
Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yes. It's showing you that you had way more power than they ever let you know of.
If this guy can sue, watch out because you can't do any. That is scary for companies. You got to watch everything.
Yeah. Man, I thought that was just something we could all get behind. Regardless of political affiliation, that working from home is better.
Well,
if you can do it from home, do it from home. Like, I thought that was something we could all agree on.
The Dave Ramsey thing, man. I think Dave, it's time. I think Dave, you're out of it now. You're hiring all these people that are coming in now are young. They're all these video editors. They're all these young. Technology. Yeah. They don't believe. Maybe they're Christians, but they don't believe your type of Christianity.
Yes.
They're a little bit looser now, I believe. And Dave I think Dave needs to sell this off to it or give it to his daughter. His daughter needs to run it. He needs to
retire.
He needs to retire because he's too old now for the new generations that are coming in because the world's different. And he is going to get canceled hard here in a little bit because he is one of these guys.
Well,
he's never said it. Yeah. He's never said it, but he is one of these guys that go, you can't be a transgender. You cannot be gay and work here. He wants to say that, but he hasn't. Yes. And he's going to slip up one of these times because, again, he's old thinking.
Old school Christian.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Dave Ramsey's like, I'm just not where I'm supposed to be for retirement yet? And you're like, wait, you're not?
That would terrify me.
What are you doing?
That would terrify me.
It's like I bought a lot of horses that had lupus. It's like,
oh no. And I don't know, man. Like, again, I was saying, Dave's program for me has worked.
It the way you've described it makes no sense why people can be like, that doesn't work.
And I know some people did say it doesn't work or whatever, but for my wife and I and the family, it's worked and we're better off right now. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he said, like on his radio show. I'll watch it and he gets into gun talk and all that. And it's like, oh yeah. At first, when I started going to it, I stopped because I couldn't get behind his political rants because he'll do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't side with that too much, and it turned me off. But then once I started blocking that off and only focusing on the financial part, to me, it got really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, who's this? Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Dave Ramsey speaks, 3430 here.
What's up, man?
Did you guys hear that he used to fire people for having premarital sex?
Yeah,
that was a little while ago.
That was a while ago, yeah. He found out that they were having premarital sex, and he said it just wasn't part of his religious beliefs, so he got rid of them.
That's the thing, man. Well, I guess he owns the company. I don't know if you can in 2021.
Well, I don't know if you could have done it anytime because it's just...
Oh, in the 70s you could have.
Oh, yeah, but that's the 70s. You could fire a woman just for not
kissing
you on the mouth.
Well, but like if this company... It's so eye-opening because like Kelly, or not just Kelly, just whoever, the committee said, hey, we're going to return to work this day, and this day. You mean I could go and say, I don't feel comfortable, I'm not going to do it, and they go, well, okay, I guess you're fired because that's what we believe in, and I can turn around and go give them the middle finger and sue this company?
I can't see. I'd need to look at more of what's going on, but he doesn't really have a case that I see of. This feels like more of a publicity thing.
I think the guy moved. He's been there for a year. He just had a newborn. Life is hard. He has no friends. He misses his family, and he wants to stay home with his wife because his wife has probably got postpartum. Postpartum and depression, and they're sad, and he wants to be home, and he was liking working from home, and then all of a sudden Dave goes, hey, you got to come back, and he goes, I'm suing.
Like, I wonder, the only way that I think he would have a case is if the company, Dave's company, originally said, we're setting it up so if your job can be done from home, you can just stay home. And then he gets into that lifestyle where it's like, okay, well, we moved and we did all these things thinking that my job was safe because I was working from home. And then if you take that out from under me, then maybe he has a case. But if you work at a place where you got hired working in a building, and then after the pandemic, they ask you to come back and you say, no, I can't see that you would really have a case.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. If this dude wins.
If he wins, that would be insane.
I ain't doing ass anymore. If that guy wins,
we're going back to slapping ass.
Tell me to go do a remote at a cell phone store. Tell me.
Tell me it's for the community. I dare you.
Yeah, tell me we're in a parade. I bet you won't. For real, man. Somebody on here, your employment can be terminated for any reason that the employer chooses as long as it's not discriminatory. So in this case, as long as he terminates the employment of anyone that he finds out in the company having premarital sex, it's not discriminatory. Oh, yeah. They're back to the premarital.
Yeah, but that kind of fits with this thing, too. You can fire him. He's not discriminating against him for his sexual orientation or his race or anything.
It feels really religious-y. You know what I mean? To me, I don't know if that... It feels like...
No, I think it was like Matthew 23:43, thou shalt not work from home on a computer. Like, your computer needs to be in a building.
I think he did say when the dude raised his concerns, he was told to pray and keep moving forward.
That doesn't... I don't know if that matters. Like, I don't know if that has anything to do with... I don't know. The pray the whatever away. Insert crazy thing here.
Hey, dude, we try, or not we, but people tried to pray the gay away, and that...
There's still conversion camps.
Yeah, there is?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. There are still pray the gay away conversion camps.
That you send your son to?
Yeah, that you can send your son or daughter to.
Whoa.
To try to save them.
Bet you Dave Ramsey owns one.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a few.
Yeah. He invented them. That was one of his mutual fund investments.
Somebody said, I think that's only at-will employment states. Are we at-will?
Wisconsin is an at-will employment,
what does that mean?
I think you're...
Any time can be just let go?
As long as it's not a discriminatory thing.
Dude, that's why we need we need a union up in here, man.
Union!
Well, dude, my dream yesterday.
But
Can
we're
I tell you
ESOP,
that?
so I don't even know what to do about union. Like, we hate
Oh
them.
yeah. I don't.
We hate them, but like the worker side of me is like, I think we should have a union. But
Yeah.
the owner side of me is like, and listen, well, we can handle this. We don't need no middleman.
Dude, the dream that I had. So
Okay.
we were doing this show,
Okay,
and Kelly fired us.
sounds about right.
Or no, yeah, Kelly fired us, but you didn't know about it. They were keeping me,
Oh damn!
but I was moving to the Razor with a female that I did not know because I didn't want two guys anymore.
Damn!
And I go, oh, this is terrible.
Well, that's my fear.
Yeah, I go, this is not good. And then it was the Razor was at IXX, that building. And guess who I went in? I went in and in my dream tried to avoid Linda. I had to walk in through the front and I tried to avoid her because I know she talks and talks. Nice person, but she talks and talks and
I
talks.
understand that.
And then I went into the building. Charlie kissed me on the mouth because she missed me.
That's why you must have mentioned her the other day.
Well, I mentioned her yesterday, but that's probably why she was in the
you
dream.
had the dream last night.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And then Hillary,
Okay.
who it became my boss, said, I want bits. And I go, Tanner and I don't do that. And he goes, well, Tanner's not here. And I go, yeah, but I don't want to do bits. We're more just talky. And he's like, and also we're playing 14 songs an hour. And I
Holy
go, this
cow.
is terrible. and he's like, and you can't live where you live anymore.
Oh my
And
God! Everything stems with me. You have a fear of leaving or me leaving.
Of
losing me.
I want to
Must
sleep with
be.
my mom.
Yeah.
Freud would say.
You just wanna make out with your mom.
So I woke up and I went, oh, that was just a dream. We get to go just have beer and talk about anything we want.
Yep.
I didn't realize how terrifying until this dream to work at a place that makes you
Put their
be
fingers in you so much?
Yeah, makes you be relatable.
Yep.
Makes you have to do talk demographic.
Doesn't give you the creative freedom.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much that meant to me until in my dream it was real, and then I was super thankful for just to have beer and chat. I still don't like to drive, but
Drive's not great.
that makes
Drive
me
could be better.
Yeah, but anyway, let's drink.
Is this our first break or is this our second break?
Yeah,
Ugh. Did I send you Take from Jake and Tanner yesterday? I could not remember.
I don't know.
I'll send it.
Well, I don't think we're gonna even get to it.
Hell yeah.
Let's just play commercials and see where we be. We'll be right back.
I'll show you after.
Okay. Hi, good morning. Beer Friday. We're drinking from Corks and Caps, Packerland Pilsner. Supposed to start at 8. We're a little early. This is leaving a little bit. I'm going to be honest. This is really good, but it's leaving a little bad taste on my tongue. So I think I need another one to wash it down.
You know what that is? It's like when they put pretzels or nuts on the bar.
Yep.
And they oversalt them because they want you to want more liquid in your mouth.
Sure.
They did that just without the nuts.
Got it. I love nuts.
Me too.
Yeah.
But the nut is in here.
Sure.
So.
All right. What were you laughing about?
It's not going to translate on air, but it's my favorite TikTok that I've ever seen.
Did you just see it now?
I've just seen it now.
Wow.
So I'll show it to you after so you can appreciate.
Sounds good. We got a lot going on today. And hopefully we can get to all the stuff that we need to get to. I wanted to just make quick mention. Courtney Love, I'm not the biggest fan of her, but this is such a great article.
Didn't she murder?
Yeah. That's why I'm not a fan, because she took Kurt Cobain's life.
Yeah.
But she does the math on being a musician. Let me just read some of it. I won't go through the whole math thing, but stories about a bidding war band that gets a huge deal with a 20% royalty rate, okay? And $1 million advance. So say you are this band, okay? You're going to get $1 million advance, 20% royalty. Okay? It's funny math. This is what happens. You spend $500,000 to record the album. That leaves the band with $500,000. They pay $100,000 to the manager for 20% commission. They pay $25,000 each to their lawyer and business manager. Leaves $350,000 for the 4 band members to split. After $170,000 in taxes, there's $180,000 left. That comes out to $45,000 per person. That's $45,000 to live on. And she goes on further than that, and how much record company. And this is why, man, the world that we live in right now with TikTok and all of this, you're going to be able to say, go to hell, all these record companies and trying to take all of this, and you're going to be able to do it on your own.
Well, that is going to be the coolest thing that's kind of happening, is that corporations are losing power. They're losing power over the individual now.
Isn't that amazing?
That is perfect.
I love everything that happens about that.
Yeah. Like, there's no more where the young girl out of Idaho comes in, she just gets taken advantage of in Hollywood so she can do whatever they want for no money. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. Now it's like, oh no, I've been online, I've seen this, and I can get more following doing this than I could be on your TV show, so screw you guys.
Seriously, you do not need radio and records anymore. You can make this on a flippin' Spotify or on your SoundCloud.
Yep.
And then you just sell them. I don't know how you do it, but you can totally axe all of that stuff. And this is why, like in 1998, Toni Braxton, it says right here, she had to declare bankruptcy. She sold $188 million worth of CDs, but she was broke because she signed a terrible contract because all these people are snakes and we're in the business. And I can tell you firsthand, when you talk to these people, they are so slimy.
Yes.
You remember all those agents we were talking to and just how it felt so dirty? It's like, I don't know what to... I remember it's scared going... Dinner, I don't know if we should sign. It feels like it felt weird, right?
It definitely felt like they were just there to take advantage of us.
And then TLC, remember those guys? They imagine having the biggest songs on the radio. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows you. Everybody's buying your stuff. Everybody's singing it. Every club, you're on MTV. This is back when MTV was MTV.
Yep.
And you're not, and you might as well just go work at 7-Eleven because you're not seeing any of it. Well, how would that make you feel?
And not only that, is your record label is going to try to push the fact that you're super wealthy. Your image is going to be that you're super wealthy and you're living this lavish lifestyle.
Yeah.
So they can't even open up about how they don't make any money because that would go against their brand.
Yeah, that's why this is why they make all of their money touring or whatever. But it just, I'm don't care about music. I'm not the biggest. I mean, I like country music, blah blah blah, but I don't get too involved with this. But I am very happy if the transition is happening where they can start axing these people that get these sneaky little paychecks that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
That are taking money from you and taking advantage of you because you don't know the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know who I think is going to be the leader of that revolution? Taylor Swift.
I hope. Well,
So she took all of her music off Spotify.
Yeah.
Because she thought that the way that they were treating the artist on Spotify was wrong.
So touch on that.
It was like a one-time buy or something like that. They got a percentage of, or like they bought your songs and they could get whatever. And she was like, no, I want money per stream. Like, if they're listening to my music more than everybody else, why do I make as much as them? Like, I want credit for the music that I'm putting on there.
So what did she end up doing? She took it all?
She took it all off all streaming sites, so you couldn't get it unless it was like from her or something like that. And then they finally were like, okay, we'll buy it from you. And they changed.
Woman is a badass, man.
And they changed the way that they pay artists now on like Spotify, Apple Music, and stuff like that because Taylor Swift was like, that's not fair. And I remember thinking like, dude, the fact that she's so wealthy and still is like, dude, that's not fair, makes me think that she's
dude,
like she's more genuine.
She is. That girl is so amazing,
right?
That girl is amazing.
I love her.
I love the things that she does. And that is the last girl you want to mess with. You know what I mean? She'll pull out a scarf from 20 years ago and make you go through hell for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Poor Jake.
Poor Jake. I do like, there was one TikTok where the husband's like, why won't you let your daughter listen to Taylor Swift? And she was like, I just don't want her to think that you can make 20 albums about breaking up with guys and not think that she's the problem even a little bit.
Yeah, that girl is doing some good things, I think.
I really think she is. I think she does care about
the
artist.
I think at this time, Taylor was perfect to come about, and we need Taylor in the music industry.
I agree.
To put the middle finger up. Like Jared Leto. Dude, Jared Leto was suing everyone there for a little while with the 30 Seconds to Mars.
What was he suing him for?
Because something to do with, I mean, he was in court with it. I don't know if he ever won. Look that up.
I've never heard of this.
I like these people that, well, you get to a point when you get confidence, and the reason you got confidence is because you know you're pretty good, and also you got lots of money. I don't need this record company anymore, you know what I mean? If I go completely broke and nobody knows me, I can still go buy a very nice house in Colorado and live the rest of my life. So, you know, when you get a little bit of money, and now we're in the world where if you get a little money and you got the power of outing people, you got if you got money and your cell phone and something is not going the way you feel like you should be treated, if you're smart about it, not a Demi Lovato, you can really make change. But Demi Lovato's over there trying to make change. She has money and a cell phone, but she's trying to make change in a weird way.
Well, she's trying to make change of things that don't need to be touched on. Like, why are you mad at that yogurt shop? Like, that made no sense.
Well, even the yogurt shop's like, dude, we're just trying to...
It was just fat-free yogurt. Like, the fat is a thing. It's not... Stupid.
Does it say anything with Jared?
The only thing I got is judge has sided, or TMZ loses lawsuit. No, sorry. Jared Leto loses lawsuit over TMZ's Taylor Swift diss video.
Well, right here, Jared Leto wages war on the music industry.
Okay.
Let me just read this. Actor Jared Leto's band 30 Seconds to Mars has recorded 4 albums, sold over 10 million copies worldwide, and set a Guinness World Record for most shows on an album. In 2008, they were also sued $30 million for breach of contract by the record label. Now bandmates, blah, blah, blah. They're going to war.
This article here from MTV says 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto says $30 million lawsuit against band is ridiculously overblown.
He said right in here, we never expected to get rich with this band, but we certainly didn't expect to be $1 million in debt.
That was the other thing that was crazy to learn, is that these record companies will be like, dude, we're going to give you like this much money. And what they would do is they would be like, we're going to give you $10 million. Okay. And then when your album goes out, we'll just take that $10 million back. And then you'll get whatever past the $10 million, but you're getting this $10 million. But then they would like overpay the artist. Like projections only show that they're going to make $8 million. It's like, well, we'll give them 10. So then now you're in debt to a studio,
right,
for $2 million, and it's like,
so that's why you got to go on tour and then give all that money back,
and then you give it back, and then it's like, well, let's get another album out of you and get that $2 million.
It's just a vicious circle.
It's a big cycle where the corporation was taking talented people. Think about that. Somebody in a suit who can't do something, can't do a talent, but knows a lot about it, takes advantage of people who can do it.
Yeah.
And the only reason they make money is because they're good at their job and you get to make money off of their talent.
Dude, it's slimy.
It's super
and
slimy.
We are in this business, and I can tell you firsthand, it happens with us. Anyway,
that's why we say we're on the same ladder. We're on the first rung.
That's fine.
But we're on it.
Yeah. That's why we drink and cry.
That's why we fought so we could drink on Friday mornings.
That's right. Make our mediocre paycheck. Dude, hell, I'd rather make, I know this sounds weird, but I'm very, now that you got these finances all set with Dave Ramsey and my thing, I would much rather make what I make and be able to drink on Friday and just BS about this.
Yep.
Because do you know if we were in Clear Channel and we even touched this subject?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-mm. Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with anything like that.
Yeah. Why don't we finish this beer, get another one? We are really late. I want to play that Jared Leto song with Rihanna.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's play that next.
Let's play some music next break.
Show how incredible he is. All right, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. At Amcor, you're going to have the opportunity to learn, earn good wages, and be genuinely respected. Learn more at Amcor.com or apply right now by texting AMCOR to 22100. Are you having another one or what?
Yeah, I just got to finish this one first. Do you need me to open it for you?
Yeah. Hi, it's a Jake and Tanner show. Good morning. Beer Friday here in the studio. Drinking Packerland Pilsner, Hinterland. Doing it from Corks and Caps. My wife yesterday, I felt really bad.
Okay.
Because I've never really, she had COVID. I'm godly for some reason.
You're immune for some reason.
My whole family has had COVID, and I didn't get it. But Tanner, I prayed.
You prayed it away. Yeah. You did like that one televangelist who's like, COVID-19, I'll blow you away. The dude is nuts.
Yeah. You know who that was? That was Dave Ramsey.
Really?
Yeah, he has his own church.
He doesn't look good.
Yeah. That was right after that. He walked over to the Pray the Gay Away tent. So he went from one tent to the other.
Blew again.
And he blew again.
Homosexuality!
Be gone!
Be gone!
No, my wife. So she had COVID, and she doesn't. Her taste and smell is
gone?
It's been 3 months, and it's
still affecting her.
Yeah, where she tried some fruit yesterday, and she couldn't taste it, and now I haven't given. I have empathy for that, but I'm not going through it, right?
Yes.
And I don't think you realize just how important those senses are until they're gone.
Yeah.
And she was laying up in bed last night, and she started crying. She's like, it's just so annoying. And I felt bad because I'm like, oh my God, I've never really looked at it like, I don't know, because it's like I have mine. So
you don't miss anything until it's gone.
Well, does anybody, so I guess the question I have is, anybody experience this, and does anybody have any tips or tricks, or did you do any, because she's doing some research and trying to figure, I mean, like in one of the forums they said, because it's
burn an orange or something, has she tried that?
Well, no, but like this is what I'm asking, something like this, but they said like start using an electric toothbrush, because that can rattle your nerve, the one that's gone or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, does anybody have any experience with this and have any tips or tricks that have helped you or that you have heard? I thought I would ask that because we have the platform, and yesterday was a low point.
But that would suck so hard.
And I said, I told her, at least you have your eyes. I started saying like other things you don't think you can hear still.
Yeah, you can still feel and walk. And all those things.
Hi, what's up?
She should be able to park closer.
Hi, I had COVID about a month ago, and I lost my smell. And I looked up that if you, it's going to be weird, smelled something for like 30 seconds over and over again for like 3 times a day, that increases your smell to come back. So I did it, and it worked, actually. So I'm starting to be able to smell.
This is what I'm talking about. So you said smell something like strong, like potpourri or something?
Yeah.
The
for 30
hell
seconds.
still has potpourri?
I don't know. Or perm. Do you smell perm for like 30 seconds 3 times a day, and that can help trigger it?
Yes, and it worked for me. I'm starting to smell things again.
How long did it go? About a month?
Yeah.
Now,
I had it a month ago.
Were you, because Angie's now 3 months in, and were you at all, did it give you any kind of at this point, yesterday, she was a little depressed because of the no taste and smell. Did that happen?
Definitely, especially during the Christmas season. Going into Bath and Body Works is my favorite thing to do. So it was really upsetting and really weird. But, so I would, even if she went there,
just keep going into Bath and Body Works. No. She goes spend money. Get out of here. All right, thanks.
We're used to it at this point.
To buy it.
Take care.
Thanks.
Somebody said the biggest thing I kept hearing is a burnt orange trick. So can you touch on that?
I had saw people that would they would take their gas stove and they would just burn like the rind of an orange and then eat it. I don't know if they ate it
or
somebody
if they
just
call
smelled it.
That knows about this burnt orange trick, or the 6849? Can you give a call? I'd love to know. Somebody said, my taste and smell came back about 6 months after by its own. Certain foods like broccoli still taste like bleach. Yeah. 6 months. Yeah, and then she got into this Facebook forum, or not forum, this Facebook, what do you call those, pages or whatever? Yeah. She became a part of that people don't have their taste and smell, and I think this is why she got depressed, because she was reading it, and people are like, it's been a year and 2 months that I still don't have it, so all of a sudden she's like, oh my God.
There are some thoughts, because obviously it's not, we don't know everything yet, but it is scary because there was some people that got it really bad. Which your wife didn't get it really bad.
No, she didn't.
That they just might not ever get it back.
Here's another one. TikTok has tips and tricks for getting taste back. There's a supplement called Alpha Lipoic. What is that? Lipoic acid that's supposed to work.
I have no idea.
Somebody said have her. Okay, great. We'll do that one. Have her.
Try gasoline.
Drinking it?
No, I
don't drink. I don't
neti
know.
pot it.
Just as dangerous. Dude, those neti pots. That woman died from that micro or whatever that.
Well, she was using her dirty water.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I got clean water.
Well, it says you're supposed to use distilled water.
My brother-in-law had it in July 22 and still can't drink Diet Pepsi. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's
because he's diabetic, so like it's like a different thing.
Get out of here, 9954 with okay.
Tastes like cough syrup. That's Diet Pepsi. I think he's fine. Diet Pepsi tastes like garbage.
Dude, that's just the fattest thing I mean, are you kidding?
I like myself.
You can't drink the Diet Pepsi. And it always seems like bigger people drink those diet.
Damn right. You want to know why? Because we love the taste of it. We love the taste of soda. But we get to look at the back and say, calories 0. Hell yeah, I'm actually losing weight by drinking these. That was the one thing that President...
I used to do that. Yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
That was one thing that President Trump said that I laughed at the hardest. He tweeted out, he's like, I've never seen a skinny person drinking Diet Coke.
So true. Wait, he did?
He tweeted that out in like 2014 or something like that. And I was like, these guys might not be so bad.
I miss him.
His Twitter was fun, man. I'm waiting for that he's making his new social media.
What?
Yeah.
He's making his own platform?
He's making his own platform.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
What is it going to be?
I don't know.
Like a Twitter or something?
Yet. Yeah, kind of like that, or like a Twitter and a Facebook kind of mixed together.
I'm down. I'm signing up tomorrow.
I'm sure it's going to be a really great place for a lot of cool information.
I feel her pain. 3 months and everything tastes and smells like garbage. Heard it's because your body is depleted of zinc. Maybe try zinc supplements. Dude, for some reason, me and zinc, I got pills. I will get instantly nauseous when I take zinc.
I've heard.
It's terrible.
I heard that's just a zinc thing.
Oh, it's awful.
Because when Kayla was pregnant with Griffin, I can't remember, but they said you might have to take zinc supplements, and she's like, and if we do that, we're gonna get you this anti-nausea medicine.
Oh, wait,
no, with V, she was on a zinc regimen because she was like close to preeclampsia or something like that.
What the hell's that?
I don't know. I was there.
Is it a cold?
Preeclampsia? No, it's like you could lose a baby pretty easily with that.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Vienna. You're talking about Kayla.
No. Kayla, when she was pregnant with Vienna.
Okay.
And they gave her zinc and also gave her like chewable nausea thing because she was like, you're going to want to puke these up, but you can't because then you got to take more.
Surgeon successfully implanted 2 pig kidneys into 2 humans. Somebody tags. Wow.
Was that COVID related? Did that bring the smell back? Is that an elected surgery?
Hey, does anybody know that orange trick? And then we can move on to something else. I just want to know what the hell the orange trick is for trying to get your smell back.
I looked it up. There's a Reddit thing I'm on, and I didn't get to it.
Somebody said they have a whole TikTok you can just that give you tips and tricks. So
I'm always
afraid.
Know.
Hey, I want to call this girl
Mom's
really
viral TikTok recipe for getting it back.
Oh wait, is this the orange?
Yes.
Oops. I'm going to call somebody really quick.
Who are you calling?
Well, this person, I don't know if it's female or male, texted us and gave somewhat of a compliment that said, You guys, I just went through a major breakup, and you guys have helped me get through it by laughing or whatever. And I want to just know what the hell happened. I'm curious.
Yeah. Whose fault was it?
Hi, who's this?
Haley.
Hi, Haley. Go on the radio with us, will you?
Yeah, I will. I was just listening.
Okay, you. Thank you, by the way, for that compliment. How long were you with the girl or guy?
9 months.
And is it a he?
Yes.
Did he end it?
No, I did. Because I found out he was pretty much living a whole double life.
Was he married?
No, he wasn't married, but he did. He was dating another girl, like, from his hometown. We were doing, like, a distance relationship.
How did you meet him?
So I met him while he lived in Green Bay, and he had reached out to me at, like, the beginning of the year.
I mean, through social media or Tinder or whatever?
I met him, like, through Tinder while he lived in Green Bay. We never ended up hanging up, but we had, like, added each other on Snapchat. And he, like, reached back out to me through that.
And so you fall in love with this guy, and then when did you find out that he had another girl?
I absolutely fell, like, head over heels for this guy. I found out on Sunday, and the thing that sucks is Sunday also introduced him to my daughter for the first time.
Oh, so this is this the guy you're like telling your friends and family like, oh my God, I found the perfect dude?
Absolutely. I said I would be completely surprised if I did not marry this man. Like, he's perfect.
So what happens?
Except for like that one thing.
So what happens? How did you find out that he had another girlfriend?
He was sitting next to me at lunch. Actually, we were out to lunch with his family that I was also meeting for the first time on Sunday. And he got a text message, and the number wasn't saved in his phone. And it just kind of was weird to me because the text was like, did you make it okay? And I kind of was like, oh, who is that? And he said, it was one of his athletes. He's a strength and conditioning coach. So he told me it was one of his athletes. And I was like, oh, they asked you if you made it okay. And he was like, yeah, they knew I was coming to see you. And I was like, okay. And I didn't really think much more of it. But that night, I just had a horrible gut feeling. And he had fallen asleep really early. And so I looked at his phone, and there were the texts. And I ended up calling this girl, and we realized that the lies he was telling both of us were insane. And they have continued since then.
So she didn't know about you either.
Right. Yeah, we didn't know about each other, but some of his friends knew, and he was having them also lie for him.
You and that other girl should hook up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she brought that up, but I don't think that's going to happen. She's been very sweet, but I actually, he left here Sunday, and he went right back to her, and they've still been together. So.
Oh, that's got to.
Oh, they're
sucks.
still together?
That sucks.
How long have they been dating?
6 months.
Oh my God! And she's still with him? Oh, she's damaged.
Hey, you dude, you have to. This has had to mess. How are you ever going to fall in love with another dude?
Oh my God, Jake! So
I don't think I will. I don't think I will. It was extremely traumatic, and it took me. I fell into a pretty bad hole the last few days, but. We're out of that now. When I found out that he went back to her, that's what pushed me from being sad to just being mad, because the lies have continued and continued and continued even after I found out. And the crazy thing is I have her phone number, so he knows that her and I have still been talking, and we are still matching up like his lies and figuring out the story, and he still denies stuff.
Oh, he's still did he admit it to you though? Like he's admitting, like, yeah, I was seeing her.
He did, but he's still saying that, like, he wants to be with me and that he would end things with her, but he also, I guess, went back to her on Monday and said, like, I'm falling in love with you. I want you to be my girlfriend.
Hey,
and if he could,
give us his number.
Both these relationships to us.
Let's call him. Dude, this is like a straight up real life cheater.
Would love to talk to him.
Let's just see his side of the story. That'd be so fun.
That would be so fun for me. This is therapeutic.
Is he in the area? Where is he from?
He's in Minnesota.
Perfect. Hey,
perfect. Yeah, can you message us his number?
Well, why don't we do this? I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to play these commercials, and during the commercials, I'm going to get his number, and we'll call him.
Okay, I would love that. I hope he answers.
All right, hang on. Can we get sued? I need to know this.
No, we got to say he's on the radio.
Will you go on the radio with us?
Will you go on the radio with us?
Like right away?
Right away. And if he says no, we hang up.
Okay, sounds good. Let's try this next. By the way, Haley, there's a lot of dudes on the text line that say you sound so beautiful and they want your number.
I'm not up for dating right now.
Yeah, she's not up for dating.
It doesn't sound like these guys want to date.
Yeah. All right, hang on really quick, Haley. I'm going to call it. So we just to recap, she made a text. She wrote a text saying, "Hey, thanks guys, you've been making me laugh or whatever because I went through a horrible breakup." We just called her out of the blue and said what happened, and she ended up telling us about a dude named, we're going to call him Todd.
Yep.
Todd.
Sounds right.
She fell in love with this guy head over heels, found out he had another girlfriend.
For
this
6
sounds
months.
this sounds straight up made up, like we're doing this for a bit.
But it's not. Yeah,
I wish it was made up.
they were dating for 9 months, you said? Like you and him?
Yeah, 9 or 10. Yeah.
9 or 10 months. And for the last 6 months of it, he has had a second girlfriend in his hometown.
And
they're still together now.
now when I call this girl, yeah, she said if we call her, she gave us both numbers, but if she said they're probably together, and I think we'd have a better chance if we called her to
I believe
have
so.
Wait,
To have a conversation.
can we get sued on
No.
this? That's enough for me. By the way, this girl and Haley, who's on the line right now, they've talked.
They're still talking.
They're
you
still
said.
talking, and they both, and even though she knows that this Todd is filled with lies, this girl is still with him. All right, hang on.
I'm sledding.
They're sledding.
She's sweating.
Oh. It's like, what's sledding?
Who sled?
Well, I don't know. Two romantic couples.
They are from Minnesota.
Your call.
Dang it. Let's do it one
Try
more
it
time.
again. She really thinks that it's a scam. The double call is always good.
Why am I nervous? God. I got like
I'm
my
gonna
heart's beating.
Okay, I'm gonna slam this beer quick, and I'm gonna open up another one really quick.
Yay, me too. Are you drinking, Haley? Slam a beer with us.
I should be. I'm actually at Dunkin'. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Duncan.
Heck yeah!
Should we do the whole War of the Roses?
Get you some flowers. Well, yeah, no, we already know.
Oh, yeah, we already. Yeah.
Your call.
Oh!
She's hitting the FU button. Do you know the three-way call?
Well, I'm gonna call Todd.
Okay,
Screw
if this
it.
doesn't work, give it a three-way call the girl.
I don't even know what we're doing.
We're talking, man.
This is fun. I really want to talk to Todd and go, why is he a D-bag?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yes, I'll
Is he good in bed?
I mean, he's fine. He's short.
He's short.
He's short, so
He's shorter than me.
Oh,
That's
so he-
interesting.
climbing all over you like a spider monkey.
Wait a minute. Todd's not good in bed because he's short. Hey, us short guys are great in bed.
They got nice low center of gravity,
That's
man.
right.
Really.
That's true.
You have reached.
Yeah.
Damn, Todd's got a voice on him.
Todd a cop.
Sounds like it. He is, isn't he? All right, one more time for Todd.
It sounds like we were right.
Wait, is he?
Haley.
What?
Is he a cop?
No, he's not.
Dang it. Would have been so funny.
All right, one more time to Todd.
Yeah.
Have you really talked to Todd since this happened?
Yeah, we talked yesterday.
What did he have to say? Was he like, I still love you, or did you already tell us that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me he still...
You
And
said-
then hung up the phone because his friend was coming over, but it was actually her coming.
Oh.
Ooh, well, they are friends, probably.
You have reached.
Oh, God. Hey, so Haley, would you, if this dude wanted you back and got rid of that other girl, could you fall back in love? Oops, hang on. Sorry. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you take him back?
No, I couldn't after this.
What if you moved over here and he did the whole like Love Actually, he stands at your door and drops the cards
No.
and everything? Still no.
Nope.
Well-
I couldn't ever believe a word he said again.
Yeah, that would be tough.
That would be tough. It would take a lot of therapy for a beginning of a relationship. Like
Dude,
that's pretty rough.
I'll tell you why. I feel so bad for the next guy who likes you.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have so many trust issues.
Oh, he for sure is. Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, the best thing you can do is be completely honest with that right off the
Yeah.
bat. Be like, just got cheated on, so it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, I'm going to always
Yeah.
smell your crotch.
Yep.
Just that when you come back. When
Have
you
you
come
ever-
back, I'm smelling it.
Have you ever heard that song? It's called,
there's a song about smelling a crotch.
yeah, it's called "Smell Your D." It's a really good song. I wish we could play
It's-
it, but
it's a-
obviously we can't. You should check it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all about that. All right, love you. Take care, Haley.
Love you. Yep. Bye.
Dude, she does sound really pretty.
She does sound very pretty.
Well, what do I know? I'm drunk. I haven't talked to Todd. She could be a crazy person, all that I know.
Yeah. Todd just like, oh God, did you talk to Haley? I went to high school with her and she thinks that we were dating.
Yeah,
I'm
I've been married. I have kids.
I live in I had to move to Minnesota to get away from her. That would be the M. Night Shyamalan twist that I would need before Christmas.
Damn it! Oh, we couldn't even roll. Oh, I wish we did fake radio because we could write that.
We could have wrote that. We could have done this all day long. Damn it!
All right. Anyway, it is a Jake and Tanner show. More of us next. Do. Hi, good morning. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Let me play this TikTok that I found just before I got into work, and I thought it was funny.
Okay. TikTok Friday.
All right, hang on. Here we go.
Oh.
And there's so many text messages that go, well, one just said, comments that said, you don't love us. You just forgot about us, just like our parents did.
I mean, it's kind of true. But like I said, I think now boomers have hated on millennials because they think millennials are Gen Zs. Just like how you said that millennials are Gen Z, or like you hate all millennials because everybody younger than you is a millennial.
Yeah, it is. Well, and
but
it's
there's
funny.
There's a lot of millennials in my group that are buttholes.
I relate to that, but I'm a Zennial, and I got to keep reminding myself that.
No, you're not Zennial. Zennial would be Gen Z and millennial. You're an Xennial.
I'm an Xennial. That's right. And it says that those of us born in that fuzzy borderland between Gen X and millennial. Okay, so this is 1977 to like 1981 or 3 years
or
something. It's a very small. Let me see. I think
because your wife is a millennial.
1977 to 1983 is Gen XL, whatever you just called it. Xennial. You're a bit too young to remember Voltron, but just too old for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I think it's weirder than being a Gen X. I think those are the really forgotten. It's a little micro generation that I fall in
because you don't know how to where to be. It's like the people in I think they're considering Xennials or Zennials now. The people born in like 96 to 99. You know what I mean? Where they don't relate with millennials because they were too young to remember any show in the 90s, but they're also old enough to not like all of the shows that we're in.
Well, it says, those of us born in that fuzzy borderland are old enough to have logged into our first email address in college. We use social media, but can remember living life without it. The internet was not part of our childhoods, but computers existed, and there was something special about the opportunity to use one.
Yep.
This text annoys me more than I've ever been annoyed.
Let me read it. Let me see if I can pick out which one.
Well, I don't know if you...
Is it... What? What is that? What does that mean?
What, you're talking about bad timing with that TikTok school threat today. So apparently we're not allowed to talk any TikTok because there was a school threat on TikTok. And some schools were...
there was a threat on TikTok?
Yeah, they were taking precautions. Not TikTok, but some schools were...
In this area?
No, schools in the U.S. taking precautions over disturbing TikTok threat for December 17th. Number of school districts around the country are responding to an anonymous threat on TikTok that seemingly warns against students attending class on Friday. Threat or challenge, as some have referred to it, reportedly calls on students to commit acts of violence on December 17th. So that was bad timing to talk that TikTok.
You know how I know that this person is 1,000 years old?
How?
They spelled TikTok TICKTOCK.
Okay.
I heard about the TikTok on the world news last night. Good job, guys.
Talk about that TikTok.
You talk about the TikToks and they're gonna come get you. I heard. Bad timing, boys.
God, Karen, take a break. Settle just for a second. My sister was 96 and I was 98. What are you trying to tell me? Yeah, somebody said the area of Preble went virtual today. I can't keep up. I can't.
Okay, well, listen.
It's so annoying.
There's a ton of stuff on TikTok that wasn't related to that, and this is one of them.
Well, I think that person is just saying that, one of the schools around this area went. It's so tough. Like, what are you doing? Like, why do you got to do that? Like, what is the point?
You didn't have to.
Not that. I'm talking about just people. If you want to call this violence in school, what is happening?
Yeah, that is
You know
weird.
what it is?
Oh,
Can I tell you? It's because people like. It's because when I go home.
Yeah.
As a kid, you own your parents. When I was young, if I would have went home and told my old man that any little thing, let alone shooting up a school, I would have been beating the crap out of. Now, this is a different generation. I know that it's not okay to beat your kids.
Yes, you shouldn't beat your kids.
But I was a little. If my dad raised his voice, I was a little terrified of that. I didn't like that. It made me feel not good.
I have found, and I don't know if it's just a dad thing, but do your kids, they respond pretty well to a raised dad voice?
Oh, well, just like last night, Piper, brush your teeth. Piper, brush your teeth. This is what Angie's saying. Piper, brush your teeth. And she wasn't. She just kept hugging the dog or whatever. And I'm like, Piper, brush your teeth. Mm-hmm. And she went right in there. She gave me attitude, but she went in.
Yeah.
That
voice
was deeper
is
than
fun.
that.
Yeah, I got an email.
You got an email from what?
About from the school about TikTok.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it just says that this post is a part of a national TikTok trend. It did not originate at a school. We have heard reports from other districts that the same post is circulating their school. While we do not believe that the threat is credible, we are closely monitoring the situation and taking it seriously. So I thought for sure that wasn't going to get up to my area. My kid's not in school today anyway. Doesn't matter.
See?
I mean, it would be terrible, but she's not in school.
It's just annoying. It's hard to take this planet right now. This is why I'm going to do the Tom Green, man. I'm going to get a van, and I'm just going to travel and go to the Mojave Desert and live there.
Did Tom Green do that?
Yep.
But he's not doing really well right now, is he?
No, I think he's got some. I think he's cracking. Yeah.
You think it might have been the Van Mojave Desert living, or do you think it was unrelated?
No, I you know what I think it is, and he would never admit to it, but I think he started the podcast world. I'm not kidding.
He was like recording shows on VHS tape.
He pioneered podcasting.
Yeah.
And then Joe Rogan signed a $500 million deal. He goes on Joe Rogan as a guest, and Joe Rogan says, "Thank you for giving me this idea." Whoa.
That's got to be a kick in the face. Because it's like, well, can I get a little bit of your money? It's kind of like when Dave Chappelle got mad because all of those sketch shows on Comedy Central, he said, I made that.
Yeah.
I should be getting credits.
I invented that.
And getting money.
All right, you want to play a game really quick?
Yeah.
Or are you not ready?
Well,
that's fine. We can do it in the next segment. I mean, we got other things to talk about.
I mean, I can be ready.
Let's do it next segment.
I have all the songs.
No, it's cool. Because I wanted to play this anyway. I don't know if we were talking about Jared Leto a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if people know just how talented this guy is on not only as an actor, but he can sing.
He's stupid talented, man.
He's covering Rihanna here, or Rihanna, however you want to say it.
I think it's Britney.
Wait, it is? That's how you pronounce Rihanna?
Yeah.
Brittany?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. But this is him at Live Lounge on another radio show, BB1, I think, or
BBC
Radio. And this guy's, I mean, just sickly talented. And I love this version. And handsome.
No. He's not handsome. He's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Dude, Jared Leto, man.
He's so beautiful and talented.
It's just so good.
He's got a superhero movie coming out, so he's all jacked.
Yeah. You know, I had a vet tech said she slept with him in Lake Ann, Michigan. I don't know if I believe it, but I remember this now. I'll tell you in just a second.
That'd be a weird thing to hear at your appointment. What kind of food do you give him? I slept with Jared Leto. Here to get neutered, huh? You know who isn't neutered? Jared Leto. And I know all about that.
Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars was singing that. Now, so this vet tag.
Yeah, I need to hear it.
She was I forget her name, Kathy, I think her name was.
Ew.
Yeah.
Jared slept with a Kathy?
She would work out at my gym. And I was on the radio, and I had a trainer, and there was a small group of people that would work out at 4 o'clock in the morning because I was doing a morning show at that time. And she was one of those people, and I became friends with her. And we had a party, and we're like, she was probably, I think she was 36. She was like 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
And we had a party over at her house one time, and she was over there, and she was big into concerts.
Yeah.
And she's swear up and down that she slept with Jared Leto from 30 Seconds to Mars. I mean, she was a pretty woman.
How was it?
I can't even remember. I don't even remember I can't even tell you that. That's all I remember her saying.
I want to know how it is.
Yeah. Do you believe it?
No.
Why would she lie? Why would she say that? Why that guy? Because at that time, too, and I was 20, so 2007.
Dude, 30 Seconds to Mars was pretty big then.
Oh, really?
In that scene, yeah.
Okay, and I did work at a rock station.
Yeah.
And she knew. We probably played.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe she did. I don't know. It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities.
Have you ever slept with somebody, not you, just the listener, slept with somebody famous? Do you know if your parents have? Have you slept with a Packer cheerleader?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who slept with a Packer?
Come on. 866-916-0959. You know you have, and it was probably Crosby.
Ew. Not Crosby.
I don't know.
Gross.
Did you hear about Dave Ramsey?
He looks like an elf that wished to be bigger.
We did hear about Dave Ramsey. We talked about that earlier today. You'll have to get it on the podcast. But if you've slept with someone famous, can you call the show? Because we'd love to know who, or if you know somebody that has.
Yeah. I went on a whole deep dive on Reddit once, and people are like, they make you sign NDAs.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hi, who's this? Hello. You don't got to tell us who you are.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. What happened?
I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, no. I was just saying, did you ever hook up with somebody famous?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Alex Trebek?
Oh, my God. Really?
Oh my God. You were with him when he died? Yeah, you were trying to win something. We scared that old woman. She was like, what?
Didn't Angie sleep with Matt LaFleur or whatever?
LaFleur?
No,
Possibly.
I'm saying it probably.
It could have.
That's terrifying to me. Because they both were at the same school at the same time.
And she could have turned him down. She could have been like,
hell yeah, I'm sure she did.
I'm sure she turned him down, but now she has to be like, oh my God, he's a multi-millionaire and he's a lead.
Tanner, I am a host of a morning show in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Don't live near it.
Don't live near it.
So like,
I need to see therapy and I need like super medication. So,
but you don't trust therapists and you lie to them when you get there.
I do. I practice all my things.
It's really a super weird way to go into therapy. I don't like you and I'm not going to tell you any truths. And then get mad when I didn't get fixed. You didn't fix me.
Yeah, well, it's cat hair everywhere, dude. It could have been like a psychic. Yeah, all right, I gotta pee. Let's get out of here. We got a game that we're gonna play next. Oh, listen, we got Kesha tickets. I think we're gonna probably just do like a caller 9 with Kesha tickets, but we do have the Avenue Jewelers cash climb we're gonna play. We got a take from Jake and Tanner. We got the Christmas tree. It's all happening the next hour. Hang on. At Amcor, you're going to have the opportunity to learn, earn good wages, and be genuinely respected. Learn more at amcor.com or apply right now by texting AMCOR to 22100. What's going on? What's happening?
Oh, nothing.
Did you drink all 3 yet?
No, I'm still on 2. You're going on 3? Do you need me to open it?
Yeah, I don't want it to get warm.
That's true, and we're supposed to start drinking now.
That's right. Well, holidays are here, and thank you. Corks and Caps has your holiday gift ideas picked up. You can pick up gift cards, locally crafted beers, seltzers, wine, spirits, and more. Corks and Caps, Lily of the Valley Drive in Greenville. We started about 6, and we're drinking this Packerland Pilsner. And we do this every Friday. We call them Beer Fridays with Corks and Caps, and know that we have said that when we don't like them. I don't want you to think that, oh, well, they're just drinking. Well, of course, they're going to say whatever's great. That's not how that works. I know maybe nobody was thinking that. I didn't even need to say that, but this one's pretty good. That's why I wanted to say it.
Yeah.
It's not too crafty.
You know how you can tell? Jake's on 3.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and we're actually drinking them. Most of the time, if we don't like them, I dump out half.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. Don't give my details. We were talking the last break about if you've ever hooked up with a celebrity. Said, please don't give my details. But I got to second base with MGK.
What's second base?
Boob.
Does anything for the girl?
Yeah, boob.
But for the girl touching the guy?
Maybe over the pants stuff?
Because I feel like, okay, so at first base is kissing, right?
Yes.
Second base is boob.
Yep. That's what I know, but I think it might be just over the pants.
Well, I don't
and
know.
And then third base is in the pants.
Oh,
and
it
then
is?
Home run. Yeah. What did you think third base was?
Well, I guess I don't know how baseball works. Yeah, no, that works. Yeah, then third base. What would it be for girls then? Does girls say that?
Well, it would still. I don't think girls
be the guy.
do it.
The girls would be first base is kissing.
Yep.
Second base would be
rubbing like the front of the pants.
It's nothing special.
Yeah, it's not.
We're disgusting.
It hurts. If anything, you're creating friction. You're giving us zipper burn.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
It's rashy. We go home and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake looks better than Matt, so Angie's winning. Angie, do you hear this?
Yeah.
Jake looks better than Matt LaFleur, so I think Angie is winning, plus Jake is a great dad. Hell yeah, I've heard that Matt LaFleur's not. That's such a bad rumor.
But the money, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But like he's got...
Dude, my wife doesn't... Thank God, but she doesn't... Does your wife?
No.
Yeah, my wife does not care about money whatsoever.
Nope.
Hey, I'm going to give you a small trick here. Anybody listening, if you're sick about caring about money and you're maybe possibly jealous of your friends having money, the best thing you can do in your life is become a minimalist, because you become a minimalist and all that goes away. You're like, yeah, we don't need a dining room table because we can eat on the floor. You need a dining room table, then you almost feel a little better.
Yeah, just keep the essentials.
You don't need
basically live your house like a straight single man would. Chair, TV, bed.
Mm-hmm.
Anything on the walls? Absolutely not. Do you have a dining room table? Why would I do that? I eat in my chair.
It's weird. Kids, like if I go into my kids' rooms, if you went into my room compared to what my kids' rooms are, I would have way more toys. But we live in a world now that everything is just iPad. Well, I mean, maybe your kid not right now. Mine are a little older.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of toys laying around.
Yeah, my kid has a lot of toys, but here's a difference. Her toys aren't localized only in her room.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
We have a basement where a lot of her toys are.
Sure.
But yeah, I can see that where they get older. It's like I'm not trying to get this action figure, or I'm not into G.I. Joes. It's like I'd rather you buy me Robux.
Yep. Well, that's right. Is your maybe your kid's not old enough? Well, no. Like my kids are pretty pumped. Like Piper is just like out of the blue. Will just be like 9 more days, because 11-year-old and the 7-year-old, man, they get. They're in a great age for Christmas.
We have an advent calendar.
Alcohol or just candy?
Weed.
Oh, weed. That's a good one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
jars of farts.
Listen, our farting advent calendar is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing that's going to happen. Or I still think fart boxes are good.
Just one major one.
No. Like a subscription base.
You could do a surprise
Like
one.
every month you get 4 new farts.
Yeah, I like that.
And then you get a little profile on the girl or guy who farted.
Sure.
What they ate that day. What they're
Who
into.
you're helping to support.
Yeah. It's like part of the money went to Feeding America. Feeding America.
No kidding. Really? So you feel like you're doing a good deed even though you're a perv?
You know what half the proceeds go to? The Catholic Church.
Well, really? Well, I guess I could see that.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I think.
Oh, dude, yeah. So, hey, listen, we're off next week and the following week. Don't get mad at us. We got a ton of replays that you haven't heard.
In a long, like if you've been listening since 2000, some of these you haven't heard in 3-4 years.
Yeah, so it's going to be good stuff. And it doesn't matter. Next week is so bad with...
Listen, we didn't even have to say anything and nobody would know.
Nope. Yeah, you're right. And because everybody is on Christmas mode that time. Yeah. At that time.
We already got a text this morning trying to figure out if I should listen to you guys or Christmas music.
Hey, Angie, yesterday I'm like, hey, I'll go into Costco and get our coffee because that's where we get our coffee.
Yeah, because you get like 1,000 cups or whatever.
Nope.
Or you get the
we get the bag, but the problem is it's only Kirkland coffee. So you got if you're used to that, they own you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll go in there, and she's like, no, I will. I'm like, are you seeing some? What? That was very quick. Like, what is happening?
You dating one of the guys that work there? Listen, I'm on the program. I will get that jacked. I promise.
And I'm like, well, I can go. And she's like, well, I don't know. I just want to jam to Christmas music. And so that's where,
It's like the Christmas music. And do they have the inflatables up? Christmas in like those warehouse stores feels really cool.
I don't remember. Probably. I haven't been there in a minute.
I know being a kid going in, because we would do Sam's Club. That was around here when I was growing up. And I used to love going to Sam's Club in December because like all the toys were out. And it just felt like, in there it feels like Christmas the whole time. And I don't know why.
You know what store I really like going into during Christmas is like Lowe's. Or like not Home Depot, but Lowe's or like Menards. Like they got that like that weird section in the center.
Oh my
that's
God,
all
yes!
That's cool,
There's like
right?
400 trees and lights, and they turn off all the overhead lights above it. And
it's great.
I used to love walking through Christmas Town.
You know
That's
what I'm
we
doing?
called it.
Saturday, I'm taking the kiddos. So they have Shalom Zoo. Did you ever do that with your family?
No.
Okay, so Shalom Zoo, over by where we live, is a smaller zoo that's when you walk it, you're like in the wilderness. You can get golf carts to drive around. It's not like the Milwaukee Zoo where if the sun's out, you're baking. Like it's all covered. It's really not a ton of people. It's really cool. And they have some bigger cats there. They have a bear, but they're not like giraffes or elephants or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they do this during Christmas. They decorate the whole thing. So you can take your car and drive through it. So I'm going to take the truck. I'm going to open up, take my Target top or whatever the hell you call that, cap off the back of it. Yeah. And I'm going to let the kids jump in the back while we drive through it. Yeah, so they get to hang out in the back of the truck. They're super pumped about that. And I thought, like, dude, that's a cool dad move, right? Like, hey, go hang out in the back of the truck and go check out the lights. Yeah, check out go hang out in the box. So I thought they're super pumped. And that is it's a dad move. Mom wouldn't have thought of that.
Nope.
So dad gets super big credit on that, like he always does.
Yeah, dads get the credit for the fun things.
Oh, yeah.
You want to know why? Because our brain isn't filled with things like this house needs to be immaculate. Like like Angie and like even Kayla was the same way before we had people over for Thanksgiving. It's like 2 weeks before they even show up, and it's like, gotta make sure this house is spotless. And it's like, I'm not even close to thinking about that.
Well, like Piper,
dads get bored and we want to be entertained.
Yeah, true. Piper yesterday, she will sneak on. She knows Angie's password on the phone, and she knows how to, when we do our Aldi pickup, like if we were talking about it, she'll sneak onto Angie's phone and put stuff on there before they start shopping, which is terrible. But like she put on some Oreo cookies that are like got white chocolate covering them. And Angie's like, where did we get these? And then Piper's like, yes, it worked. So Angie's like, not until after dinner. You do not get any of these after dinner. And Piper's like, yeah, but Mom, this is this and that. And then, and I'm terrible at this. Angie goes, no. And she goes, Dad. And I go, well, you can have 2 since dinner's not for a little bit. Just have 2. And then Angie's like, how is that okay? And I'm like,
I don't know. It's probably not going to ruin their life to have those 2. That's
right,
how I would look at it.
That's how I'm looking at it.
This is how I always put it. It's like, this means so much to her right now. And it honestly isn't that big a deal in the great scheme of things.
But I know I know how terrible it is just because I made the decision over Angie.
She was the heavy,
one.
you were the fun. I've been
terrible.
trying to get better. I'm really bad at it. You said one thing where you let Angie have the idea to go do something fun.
That's weird what you just said, but I did. I let her own that.
Yes, and I've been doing that.
Yeah.
With Kayla, because I told her, I was like, we're gonna do this weekend, and then after I think we should go to Dave and Buster's if you want to go. Like, can you tell V and stuff like that?
I've done that.
Then, because I get that kind of all the time.
Sure.
And I feel bad because it's like you get the go clean your room, you got to take a shower, brush your teeth, and do all this stuff, and I'm like, let's throw rocks at a river. Like, let's go have a ton of fun.
Let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, I can. But no, This Is Us. What was that?
I don't know. People.
Oh, on This Is Us with Jack Pearson. Mm-hmm. This is why that show is so relatable to my wife and I. She said that to him one time. She's like, Jack, because he came in and he's like, hey, we're going up north this weekend. And he's like, why are you so mad? And she's like, because you always get to be that guy. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that has to say, brush your hair, brush your teeth, take a shower, and you get to be the fun one. And that's when Jack realized, like, oh, all right, maybe Mom should have a little bit more.
Start letting them have those little wins.
We're about back on our This Is Us trip soon. We're going to get through season, I think, 2. We only watch about 4 episodes, cry too much, and then...
Yeah, get dehydrated, pass out, wake up 2 days later in the hospital room with an IV. then it's like, okay. You got to go back.
All right.
You got to do it quick, man. You got to get to that deductible.
I think you might really like it.
I probably would, but I'm not in a place where I want to be sad.
Yeah, for some reason, Angie said this to me. She's like, I think you like feeling sad. Like for some reason you like feeling that way, and it's
like the same reason why everybody, like, I enjoy feeling scared during horror movies. Like, I like that feeling. So some people, it's like, why would you even want to feel scared? And you like being sad.
Yeah, the scared thing doesn't work for me. I do that. I'm that person that says why. But I like to look back at, like, oh, this is going to be sad when the kids leave the house one day. And I don't know. Me. Yeah, I know.
You've ruined me on that because now I'm too aware of time.
Did I ruin you or did I make you horny?
I don't know if you can. I'm always horny.
Okay. Constantly. I thought that I'm taking
right now.
Yeah, that's
full.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you're the only other person here, so take that credit. But like, I catch a glimpse of myself in my computer monitor. So,
we got to stop drinking so early,
or drink more.
Are you on your third?
I'm about to start my third.
All right. Corks and Cabs Beer Friday. We got games to play next. We have things to give away next. We're going to do Avenue Jewelers Cash Climb. It's on the way. Just a few minutes. It's Jake and Tanner Show. You know who I'm surprised that got a female to tickle time with him to have kids that works here?
Ooh.
BJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, just he's hideous.
That feels like he played some tricks.
Yeah. You know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you ever like go out and about, just cover your drink. Sorry,
what a
BJ.
fun accusation.
I'm not saying
It's
he
not even
doesn't.
saying nothing.
Yeah.
Just like cover it. I don't know.
All right. Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner show. Good morning. We got things to do. So you basically guys drink at work? Yes, check that. Drive home? Yes, check that. Sounds like a DUI waiting to happen. I'm surprised your company's fine with this. Listen, we started at 6.
We started at 6, and by the way,
We don't leave right at 9.
we don't leave right at 9. So
Calm down. We definitely don't drink and drive.
yeah, drink then drive. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Because the company would not be fine with that.
No, they're not. I remember
My wife
asking
would be
about
mad.
that.
Yeah.
I remember asking about that, and they're like, "It's a tasting, isn't it?" And we're like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. At Amcor, you'll have the opportunity to learn, earn good wages, and be genuinely respected. Learn more at amcor.com or apply right now by texting AMCOR to 22100. So Carly Brooks was walking around here yesterday, and I go, "Hey, Carly, how you doing?" And she said, "Oh, I'm so tired." And then I asked her why, and because of the wind, and she's got a newborn. And she lives like in a field, she said, and she's like the power went out or whatever, and so she's like, I've been up since 2:30, and I forget that.
That's not normal for people.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, so have I. I didn't say that, but I'm like, oh no, same with me. But she's probably not used to that, and she probably didn't go to bed at 7:30.
Yeah, because she didn't know that she was going to be. Yeah, when Kayla every now and then she works a morning shift where she's got to be in Green Bay
Yep.
at 5. And she gets up a little bit after I do, and how do you do this? And be like, you don't get used to it.
No, Angie said that too. When she's not gotten sleep, she's like, "Do you feel like this all the time?" I go, all the time. And this is why you wonder why I take these naps all the time. Like if she runs into Kohl's, I'll be like, I'm gonna just stay in the car and just nap. You know what I mean? Or just like on the couch, like you learn, especially with kids, you learn to nap in certain spots.
Oh yeah, I was watching a movie 2 days ago with I had Griffin in one arm and V was watching with us in the other arm, and I was talking to V, and then I looked and Griffin had nodded off a little bit, and I immediately went,
Yep, I'm gonna just fall.
head back. I was like, even if I don't fully sleep, just closing my eyes and maybe I can drift off to dreamland for like 30 seconds.
About 5 years ago when we were over at KTI, holy Lord, have we been here this long?
Yeah.
Damn. About 5 years ago when we were in Milwaukee, my kids were much younger. And I'd get home.
How much younger?
Well, about 5 years younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I'd get home and I'd have them, especially through the summer because I didn't have school or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember falling asleep at the park and I woke up and they were gone.
Yeah.
And my heart just dropped and they were over like hiding behind a tree or playing behind a tree. But because I just dozed off for like 3 minutes and I'm like, someone took them.
Yep, they got them. They were waiting, watching.
I would sue so hard morning show radio. Just morning show radio.
It's like every morning, every PD around the country, it's like, did you hear that we have to pay this guy out of Green Bay or out of Milwaukee? How much? It's like $7 a person, but still, like, he sued all of us.
He just sued everyone.
He sued Time, and he won. He won against Time.
Has anybody sued Time? I don't know.
Nobody's ever tried to sue Time.
I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
So. Hey, I wanted to make a quick mention how crazy this story is. You know El Chapo, right?
Not personally, but yes.
El Chapo is from the cartel. Now, Joe got me all nervous. 'Cause I'm going to Mexico in the next few months. March.
Over spring break.
Yep, over spring break. We're going to go to Cancun. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cancun. And taking the family, doing all-inclusive, it's going to be beautiful. And then he's like, dude, did you hear that their cartels like opening fire at the beach at these resorts and stuff over in Cancun? And I'm like, oh, cool. No, I got to deal with that. But this got me going down this road, and I started typing in like how the cartel is in Mexico right now and whatnot.
Why would they do that?
I don't know exactly what was going on, but they just fired the guns in the air.
Oh.
Okay. On jet skis. But still, if you're at, like, dude, if I'm there with my family, we're building a little castle and, like, somebody's bringing out a hamburger and we're drinking, and then all of a sudden just they come on jet skis.
Yo, pow, pow, pow. I don't know what guns sound like.
Yeah. So I started going down this and I was like, and I started getting into this El Chapo thing. Dude, that guy, it's crazy low in Mexico how the cartel is still a thing. It is 2021. I'm hearing these stories in it, like the jet ski thing and all that. And I'm like, well, it can't be happening. And it's got to be like in 1970s with Pablo Escobar. It was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, no. There's still gangs in the U.S. too. It's not as big of a thing, but cartels really got a lot of power in Mexico.
So El Chapo's son,
okay,
gets taken by military.
Lil Chapo, okay,
gets taken by military.
Okay,
getting arrested. The cartel come to that town, surround it with guns.
Yep.
Start shooting, and the military's like, well, hell, that's a lot here. Gives them back.
Gives Lil Chapo back to him?
To the cartel, and then they drive off. And I'm like, well, that had to happen like years ago, right? It was like 2 years ago. I couldn't believe that this stuff is happening still today.
Yeah. It's an out of sight, out of mind thing.
How
imagine being in that town?
Dude.
What is going on? When we arrested Lil Chapo. Why?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? It's Lil Chapo. You know who his dad is? El Chapo, the Big Chapo. What are you doing?
Big Chapo is up in Colorado right now.
Yeah, he's here.
23 hours a day lockdown. He's got one little dude. It's miserable for him right now because when they were arresting him in Mexico, he did 2 escapes. Dude, one of those escapes, his cartel friends, employees or whatever, made a 32-foot down tunnel, mile long. Went right up into
his cell,
and he took them out. It's
cool,
crazy.
It sounds fun.
And then I think they extradited him to the United States because he's doing some drugs. You know what I mean?
Probably a little harder.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit better security here.
I guess that Colorado is like the Alcatraz of the Rocky. Dude, it's like
I'm sure it would be pretty rough. I mean,
Ted Kaczynski was there, and
the guy Jim Halpert.
No, his dad.
Oh God. That makes sense. You're up in the mountains. Like you escape, you're probably not going to survive.
Well, it's like, man, those stories with Pablo. He made a deal with Mexico back in the day that said, "Hey, I know you guys need me and you want me. Mm-hmm. You arrest me. I go to this prison with a bunch of my friends, pool tables, pools. I want women there. No military or cops can come in." And he basically just had this Playboy mansion that he was living in.
Sounded awesome, right?
Better than what most people.
Yeah, you were on this weird like Pablo Escobar did nothing wrong.
What would Pablo Escobar do?
Yeah, what would Pablo Escobar do?
Dude, it was weird.
He was like building schools and hospitals and stuff. like I mean,
he wanted to be president of Mexico or whatever. He tried.
I mean, he kind of got away the good with the bad. Be like, dude, he kills a lot of people and he runs drugs. My kid just got a new desk, and before she was just sitting on nails.
Yeah.
So like,
but can you imagine?
I'll vote for him.
I mean, just being that powerful, the cartel went and surrounded the city, and the military gave up his son. He said, "Okay, well, we made a mistake.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't know that this was Lil Chapo. Thought it was a different Chapo. I thought this was medium Chapo."
All right. What do you want to do? Do you want to play a take from Jake and Tanner right now, or do you want to go? Okay,
let's do that now.
Yeah, money to give away.
Yeah, and then we'll do Avenue's cash climb after this.
Hey, listen, you need to be smart. You're going to win no matter what on this.
You're getting money,
because
but you might not get the crown.
We just got told that we got to zero out. You can't
for the new year.
You can't carry money over. So whoever calls and plays is getting how much? $40 today with a take from Jake and Tanner. And then after the new year, January 3rd, we will start back out at 20. Big thanks to Prosperity Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. through all your life stages to help connect the dots and get it in your financial journey.
It won't stop either. It's
Get
it's a deep itch.
Yeah.
Like if this was one in my hand, I would use my hand, or I'd use my teeth to try to get at it.
I use this.
Can I use your teeth?
No.
This is Amber.
Hi, Amber. Congratulations on $40, but you got to play anyway, okay?
All right, sounds great.
The money, but not the crown.
That's right. Amber, 5 questions. We're going to ask you. Tanner left the room, so we can't hear. He can't hear any of the questions. I'm going to ask you these. Now, remember, you can say pass, but that'll be your answer. We don't come back around to any of the questions. When we're all said and done here, put you on hold. Ask Tanner to come back in the room, get his answers, and we grade these all together at the end. Remember, lowest time will win if there is a tie, so keep that in mind when you're thinking about these, okay?
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter because you win anyway. Your time begins in 3, 2, 1. Which Flintstone characters was last to make it onto a Flintstone vitamin?
Betty Rubble.
What food of the 3 bears did Goldilocks eat?
Porridge.
What did Fender name the follow-up of their Telecaster guitar?
Pass.
Which band sang in 1999 the smash hit Blue Dabba Dee?
Pass.
What theme park did Dolly Parton open in Tennessee?
Dollywood.
Time. All right, we're going to put you on hold. Tanner, please re-enter the realm. You didn't even have to leave, to be honest. Hang on real quick.
She's still playing for the crown.
That's true. That's true. All right, your
She could be
time
the last winner of the year.
begins in 3, 2, 1. Which Flintstones characters was last to make it onto a Flintstone vitamin?
Velma.
What food of the 3 bears did Goldilocks eat?
Porridge.
What did Fender name the follow-up of their Telecaster guitar?
Telecaster. Wait, damn it!
Which it's too many beers, too many beers. Which band sang in the 1999 the smash hit Blue Dabba Dee?
Eiffel 65.
What theme park did Dolly Parton open in Tennessee?
Dolly World.
Time.
The Stratocaster.
All right, let's see if you're getting $40, which you are. We're going to see who if you get the crown, too. Which Flintstone character was last to make it into the Flintstone vitamin? Amber said Betty Rubble. Tanner said Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, damn it! I thought that sounded wrong.
So Betty Rubble is correct. What food did the 3 bears at the Goldilocks eat? You both said porridge. Yeah, you're both correct. What did Fender name the follow-up their Telecaster guitar? Amber said pass. Tanner said Telecaster.
It's Stratocaster, isn't
Yeah, it is. 0-0. Which band sang the 1999 the smash hit Blue Dabba Dee? Amber said pass. Tanner said Eiffel 65. Eiffel 65 is correct.
Yes!
And what theme park did Dolly Parton open in Tennessee? Amber said Dollywood. Tanner said Dolly World. Dollywood is correct.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No! Damn it!
Dollywood, $40.
And the crown, more importantly.
Oh.
All right. Amber, hang on real quick. We're going to get all your info. Get you $40.
I thought the Telecaster thing was going to be the most embarrassing thing, but saying a Scooby-Doo character,
It's all good.
not even realizing it?
So, yeah, we had to give her the money anyway because we zero out. So, we're going to be playing for 20 when we come back from our break in a couple weeks. We do have the cash climb with Avenue Jewelers. That's some big gift cards to there, and we'll do that next. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. So let me tell you what it's like being on radio in this flipping job that drives me completely bonkers in the world that we live in right now with this damn cancel culture, and you can't say anything without somebody being offended. So a couple segments ago, I explained that my wife had COVID, right? And she's been for the last 3 months not had any taste and smell, and she cried last night because she's been depressed, and I felt terrible. And so we opened up the calls, or we opened up and said, hey, do you got any tips or tricks to figure out how to get your smell back? And we were taking calls and, talking to people and
were
giving
giving
tips
us
and
their
tricks.
stories.
Yes. So this woman, this Jennifer says, hey, please, do you have it up right now what Jennifer said?
Yes, I will,
we get a message.
I'll read
we
it.
got a message on Facebook, okay? That says this.
It says, please tell me the rumors are wrong that you made fun of the horrible life-changing post-COVID illness, paranoia.
Parasemia.
Parasemia. I pray this didn't happen. If it did, shame on you. We didn't. We said that Angie's dealing with it, and that we're just trying to we were trying to figure out things to help it come back.
Dude, and then another girl underneath said, they're listening to you guys in Texas. So somewhere in Texas, it goes this. Somebody put this on. Hey, Jake and Tanner show in 95.9 in Wisconsin talking about parasema. Unfortunately, they're making fun of it.
Nope. No, we weren't.
Where at all were they listening into that
in Texas
and making fun of it? Did you type in that douchebags?
I did, but he doesn't have a name up that I can see it.
Dude, I'm so angry.
Yeah.
It's so irritating. I know other people are like, just get over it, but this is the crap that gets you canceled. This is the stuff that gets you worried.
Yep.
About like, oh, cool. Now I got to deal with this.
And it's just stupid. It's stupid stuff, man. And the issue is like, no, what that is already out there, and now there 90% of people who see it will do zero follow up.
Oh yeah, who's this?
It's 3430.
What's up?
Don't hang up. So what you're talking about here? This Karen apparently doesn't listen to the show. Jake and Tanner make fun of everybody and everything, not in a malice way.
But I don't think we really were at that point.
If we had made jokes about it, like try gasoline, like that's a bad idea. Mm-hmm. Like it was obviously sarcastic.
Somebody
and stuff.
said they're talking about the Diet Pepsi comment. Oh,
on the plus side.
Wait a minute. That wasn't making fun of that. That was making fun of Diet Pepsi on how Diet Pepsi is garbage. They're like, oh, we can't taste. My friend still can't taste Diet Pepsi. It tastes like garbage. No, that's just Diet Pepsi.
Well, no. Somebody said I could see. I don't care, but I could see how people thought it was insensitive because I did take it as in like, because to me it go like this. My wife can't taste anything, and you're telling me your little Diet Pepsi addiction? Ooh, that's the way I was taking it. Like, okay, well, go to Diet Mountain Dew then, or whatever. Like, that was my thing. You can't taste Diet Pepsi. I think you could get through the world without Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
My wife can't taste anything. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
if that's what they're saying that we were joking with, then well, so be it. Because I truly believe that if you can't, that's not a big thing.
Yeah, it's like it's not fair to like compare disabilities on who has it worse off, but you can't tell me that person who can't taste Diet Pepsi has it just as bad as a person who can't taste anything.
I want to know why they're listening in Texas. Who is it?
Yeah,
and so
it's so stupid.
It is because we have said.
Way worse things.
Way worse.
Way.
And this I'm actually empathetic towards because my wife is suffering from this.
Yeah.
So this is what pisses me off so much is because I'm actually sad about this and that people deal with this. And I actually
enough to bring it on the air and ask listeners for help.
And I said I haven't thought about it because I have not suffered from, I mean, I haven't got COVID, so I don't think about it and like putting myself in those shoes, that would suck.
Yes.
I'm sitting here trying to open up my heart. I'm trying to become a person with empathy. I'm trying to care, but it's people like this that make me go, I just hate people, and I only care about my little group.
I think this girl, white family, wow, honky little family, ridiculous. But I don't think, I think that she just doesn't know. I think she said, please tell me the rumors aren't true. Because if you heard that we were making fun of it, like we were just making fun of it, then that is a reason to be offended. But hearing the segment and then being offended is stupid. But once again, remember, being offended is an emotion. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
And it's not anybody's responsibility to deal with that feeling because you had it. You're allowed to be offended about anything, but you're not allowed to expect anybody to do anything about it.
Well, Colton talks about Texas as a garbage state.
Dude, Texas is its own.
It's its own country,
It is
man.
its own thing.
Somebody said the girl that was talking about the Diet Pepsi, she says, my point on Diet Pepsi comment was that it was a year and a half ago and he still doesn't have the taste. You didn't say that. You said my friend still can't taste Diet Pepsi. If you would have said a year and a half ago, that makes that completely different.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take blame on that. And somebody said you guys were saying the further south you go, the less they care. No, that was a different segment. That was a Dave Ramsey one.
That was a whole thing. But also, I stand by the fact that it feels like the more south you go in the country, that COVID becomes less of a thing, i.e. Florida. Florida is a crazy COVID-less place right now.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, it's Nico.
Hi, Nico.
So I just wanted to chime in about the cancel culture because I also think it's ridiculous. And, like, you know, I'm part of the LGBTQ group. I'm disabled, like, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm kind of familiar with, like, people being sensitive about jokes and things like that. And, like, what jokes you shouldn't say. But, like, I personally don't see anything wrong with that Diet Pepsi joke. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's just like goofing.
Mainly, can we get back to the root of the problem here? Diet Pepsi is trash. It's absolute garbage soda.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I wanted to go back because I'm looking back at her comment. She said, my brother-in-law in July 2020 still can't drink Diet Pepsi. Tastes like cough syrup. Okay, so she did basically say urine. She did specify, but I still don't.
It's hard to care.
It's hard to care because it's Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
It's Diet Pepsi, guys.
Nico, you should be the one. Yeah, Nico is the type of person that you should be offended by more than. I mean, you're right in that generation to be offended, but you understand us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more things that we should be offended about that are way more important than, like, I don't know, than jokes like this. Like, I mean...
Who's offended about Diet Pepsi?
I hate it. No, I don't.
Yeah, my favorite joke to make about, like, gender is there used to be two genders, and it's like the two towers because there used to be two of them.
Whoa! No, Nico! Nico!
Whoa!
Holy
inappropriate!
Jesus!
Holy hell!
Wowzers!
God, that got dark so fast! Got dark so quick!
God.
It's like you were starting to turn people, Nico. People were just like, man, I really like them. They're good people. And then you're like, you know what this is? 9/11!
God, Nico, I'm going to let you go. You're going to get us canceled.
Holy cow! Yeah.
Nico.
That made a drastic turn quickly.
Wait, no, people got to I got to go back really quick. We're not talking about the diet. Listen, don't be mad. I think the texter might be a little don't be offended that I was coming at you with that Diet Pepsi. Thank you for the comment. I know we're new boot goof in there. And also, because he can't taste Diet Pepsi, it's still where my wife can't taste anything. I understand the point you were making. Just understand the point that I was making. Know that I love you.
Yeah.
But the main thing that I'm talking about is that we were not making fun of the text, or not the text, but the messages we got on Facebook saying that we were making fun of that. We're not.
Yeah,
We
were
not.
you offended by it? Was the texter offended by it?
Oh, I don't. Maybe not.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
is like, if you're offended by it, once again, it's a you problem. But also, Diet Pepsi sucks. I'll stand by that. I'll take that down to the grave. I'll happily get canceled.
I get
by Diet
so
Pepsi.
mad when we get mentioned in, like, when it, just like the mommy group on the thing that you said, that was like nothing. They were blowing it out of proportion like this.
over
Now
nothing.
people believe that we were making fun of this. So I don't think we can get canceled on making fun with this, but it doesn't put us in a good light, and we were not.
Yeah, no.
And I wish
Not
whoever
worried
this
about it.
girl is could go on there and say, "Oh no, you guys didn't listen.
Yeah, they just didn't know.
You just didn't know."
They're not listening. They heard one person say, like, dude, they're talking about it, and they're probably making. They're also laughing. It's like, I heard them talk about it, and now they're laughing. Well, yeah, we made jokes during it, not at people's expense or anything.
This person is really mad that we're. How do you pronounce El Chapo?
Yeah.
It's El Chapo.
It's
You
El
don't know.
Chapo.
It
There's
is.
only 5 letters. How are we screwing that up?
We're not.
How do we pronounce El Chapo?
Now they're stupid.
Hey, Siri?
Did you hear that?
She's sleeping. Is that the devil coming from you?
Tell you what.
Yeah, we're going to have to do the cash climb in the 9.
Well, I don't know. I probably should. But you know what we should do is we should do it on our. No, we can't. I'm just. This is why. I don't know.
Go live in the woods?
Yeah, it's
Like
just
that
like
guy.
yeah.
I just watched
For
a
real.
TikTok from him where he said that we need to normalize men growing out their fingernails because we have tools at the ends of our fingers, and it's sad that we don't use them more. And his
Yeah.
fingernails are super long, and he uses it to strip wood.
Yeah.
So, and I thought about sending it to you. Chapo.
Yeah, maybe.
It could be Chapo, I guess.
Whatever.
Little Chapo, Big Chapo, the Chapo.
God, here's the thing, man. We're not. We got to do the Christmas tree, the last chance at winning any gifts under that thing.
Yes.
And we got that cash climb. So we're going to go late. We're going to go deeper into this 9 o'clock hour.
Well, we can come back right after commercials. Then we can do cash climb, and that'll bring us right to Christmas tree. Probably.
I think that cash climb takes a little longer. I just don't want to mess up anything to do with
Clients.
the 9-10. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
All right. We got to go.
Yeah, Jake, that was inappropriate.
It really was.
Wow.
Yeah. I think I got something to say here. Oh, we're going to welcome you to the weekend. Are we still doing that? I think we are.
Yeah, why not?
And Matthews Tires. We'll do it here in a minute.